All right, everyone, welcome back to the Point Rate Podcast. I'm Bert,
Scott Balls.
and we have
Whizkey Richard.
yeah. Pull that shit way close to you so you
Right
can
up on it. Put the muff right in my face. We get it. Yes.
So, Rich, we used to work with you. You used to
Yeah,
work with us.
absolutely.
We can't say where. We don't say where.
We'll keep it anonymous. Yeah. We were in that. We were in the trenches. All of
Yes.
us. We did our time.
I'm still
Some of us
doing
are still
time.
there. Yeah,
We're
I'm
still doing
there.
time. Yeah,
I'm still there.
it's a
It's a lifelong. It's a life sentence.
For real, dude.
really was.
It's interesting though. I enjoy. I jumped into office work too
Okay.
for a little bit and found out really quickly that shit
Not for you,
is
right?
Not for me. Sitting in front of a laptop in front of like a desk it's
awful.
grueling. And even with the ups and downs of the industry, it keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
It's fun. You fucking goofballs that come in all the time. Your
Dude.
regulars. Your
That's what we said. We
weirdos.
say it's endless content for
It
us.
is. It is.
Just this weekend, I'm like, I could tell 15 fucking stories from this weekend.
I'm telling you, it's just like you said, it's constant, and you never like. I feel like you're always surprised.
Yeah.
Like something
That
new,
someone would act that way?
something
Yeah.
crazy. Somebody asks the dumbest thing, like you know what I mean. Like you just like what?
Shocked. You get shocked at
Yes.
the fucking real life stupidity of some people. You're like, this can't be real.
The funniest part, though, is anytime someone's like, listen, I got a really stupid question for you, it's never dumb.
No, it always
always-
makes sense.
It always makes perfect sense. You're like,
Or like,
that
I'm going to
wasn't
be
stupid.
very difficult. And you're like, this is the simplest shit
Yeah.
ever. It's like, no.
I want a
this is
vodka
fine.
soda with
Yeah.
3 lemons.
You're like,
I have
oh,
a really funny story. Just because of that. Something really difficult. This girl's like, hey, do you guys make any like amaretto cocktails? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can make you whatever you want with amaretto. I'm like, she's like, well, I kind of just want it with orange juice and club soda. I'm like, that's okay. I'm like, why is that a problem? She's like, all the bartenders we work from, they give us shit about it.
Really?
And I'm like, where are you from? I'm like, stop. I already know. Manhattan.
is that a
She's like, how'd you know? I'm like, because they all fucking assholes.
They hate
us.
They're so pretentious.
What do they want to make? Vespers?
I
and
guess.
fucking-
Yeah, they're like, that's not a cocktail.
That's not a challenge.
That's not
Like
a
a mix,
That's not
one
balanced.
mixer,
It's not
one
balanced
mixer, a
correctly.
splash. I
was-
can't deal with pretentious shit.
Her boyfriend loved it though, because he was like, how the fuck did you know that? I'm like, I'm just going with it, bro.
Because we know.
I'm like, because I've been to those
I've
bars
seen
and
it.
those fucking people suck.
Yeah. Did you end up working yesterday? Yesterday was the Super Bowl, by the way.
No, I didn't
Eagles
work.
won.
Go
40
Birds,
to
go
40 to
Birds.
who gives a shit?
Fuck you, Taylor Swift.
Oh God,
You couldn't do it.
Mahomes' face too. The internet obviously
so
all
sad,
that pouty
crying.
lip fucking thing that you saw. You're like, all right, bro,
He's a bitch,
you'll be
dude.
all right.
He's a bitch.
Okay.
Dude, he's got to be super angry at his O-line, though. They did not give him any protection.
It's the
And
best.
then
It's the best pass rush in the league.
Yeah. It's just.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They're
it's-
fucking animals. You know what? So did you see the stats when they put it up?
No.
They're like they're at the average defensive line. So so the last time we went to the Super Bowl, our average line was like I think 6'4". Average weight was like 260 something.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Now it's
I
now
might
it's
be
now it's 6'6" and 3 something. Yeah.
338. I might have
Yeah.
been fucking up the other ones.
Yeah.
But still, like the jump, I'm like, no shit, these motherfuckers are killing people, dude.
They didn't come to fucking play. They came.
Yeah.
No,
hard.
I was more surprised at the run game shutdown that the Kansas City was doing. Like
Yeah,
they did not
they-
let this motherfucker eat at all.
No,
I know.
Saquon, yeah,
It
no,
fucked
he
up my parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I thought he was gonna crush. Like I was like, he's gonna show out. They stopped him, but they couldn't stop anything else. And defense, dude, the kid, 22-year-old fucking number 33, Dejon
Dejon.
Cooper.
Dejon.
He looks like a regular ass like little kid.
I'm like, why has he got a black last name?
Dejon, is that Haitian? It's French.
That's French, I know. This is funny.
But dude,
It
pick
sounds like a
6,
first
dude,
name.
in the Super Bowl. That kid's a stud.
Yeah.
They
That was-
needed that. We needed that. This area, I did great yesterday.
Yeah. I won a pool. I mean, I hit a box.
Okay.
Dude, the fucking, what was the second quarter? No. So I hit in the second quarter. The third quarter, when they scored the fucking touchdown,
Yeah.
and then they fucking went for the extra point. I would have hit it again if they didn't go to the extra point and kick the field goal.
Oh.
I would have done another 400 or another 200 in the pool.
Sheesh.
I'm like,
Fucking
son
up
of a.
Scotty's
I'm like, are
money.
you really going for this extra point like it matters?
Fucking up your money. They took it.
What are you gonna do with that extra point?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You think you're actually gonna win now, motherfucker?
Blew it for you.
Fucking dick. Whatever.
All right, so Rich, you're up and coming rapper. I've done some research.
He dug in.
I've had your shit
A
playing.
little closer to you.
Little.
Yeah.
I have you can put it lower and then like
Yeah,
closer
so
and
if
higher.
you
You
want
go
all up in
away,
your mug.
all
You
up in
would
your
think
mug.
you would think that
I
I
know,
rap,
right?
I would know how to use a fucking like mic positioning, right? I'm in here.
Is it
like
usually
an hour, so I'm
is
like,
it usually hanging?
Yeah,
You're
like fucking like
looking
an
up.
LL Cool J video. Like, yeah, don't call it a comeback.
I need
Yeah,
some more
so,
treble in my. I need some more treble in my headphones.
Where's my snare?
Turn my
Where's my
headphones
My
up.
snare. No, so a little. I'll give you a little background. I've rapped like my whole life. I mean,
Well, since the
obviously-
first grade, obviously,
Yeah,
right? That was
clearly.
that was one.
That's one of the lines,
I
dude.
came out of the womb
That's one of your lines.
on it. Yeah, so I mean, went to Atlantic City High School. You just get immersed in the culture and all that, and then life takes you in different directions. Had my daughter, did the family thing. What really helped the resurgence with it was COVID. COVID, obviously
Oh,
fucked
yeah.
everybody. They couldn't do anything.
Yep.
So linked back up with some of my people and just got busy. Created a little studio in the house and just got back to it. And I've always enjoyed it.
It's fun.
It's
That's-
amazing. It's great.
Dude.
I got.
Music.
Who's doing your beats?
My boy 40K, Keem in the mix.
Dude is
nasty.
on that 90s tip
Nasty,
too, which I
yeah.
love. I'm like,
love
yo,
it, yeah.
because you don't
So-
hear that shit anymore, man.
No.
It feels like he's going back into that vault, like where it's like,
Well, we're the older heads. It's like,
Beats hard. The beats hard
Oh,
is
so
a
he's
little
our
slower.
age.
Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. Okay. I didn't know if it was a
we're
young
up
guy.
there. No, he's right there with me.
Okay.
So, but he's got a very, very extensive catalog. And it's funny, I had to tell him the other day, I was like, bro, you need to unlock your social media back up. He's like, these beats that he's got a ton of them. That's all he does is produce and record and engineer. It's like, you need to put this shit out there to sell. Granted, like I'll rock with you all day. It's like, but you need to expand the audience. So I did tell him, I was like, you got to get back on your social media grinding.
Yeah, it always comes back to like those like slow hard beats.
Yeah.
They're a little slower. I don't want to say they're slow, but they always come back around, and you always get
classics
that one
never
song,
die.
dude.
Yeah, because I can't tell you how many songs. Like I mean, not that like a lot of the stuff from the '90s. Most of the stuff from the '90s, honestly, was pretty hard. But like even stuff that had like really good beats that really didn't have a whole lot of like substance to the rhymes. I was like, I'll still fuck with this because I like the beat. I like
beat's
the
enough.
beat. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
The beat sometimes is enough.
I think that's bigger. I think that's the biggest part for me. For me, is definitely the beat because I'm like, okay, but then you'll have like there's a couple things with like Black Thought did with L. Michaels Affair.
Okay, yeah.
Like where it's not even like a fucking anymore. It's not even. It's like it's an actual like written song.
Yeah.
Like it's like slow and then you're really locked into the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause you're like-
Composed.
yes.
Very composed.
But I think that's big. Like I feel like the trend of like the of hip hop today, or even I don't even call it rap. Actually, I don't even think it's fucking hip hop. It's just the beats are so rudimentary and garbage.
Yeah.
And like listening, like when I
trap.
heard that
Yeah.
when you posted that shit up on social media, I was like, holy shit! I'm like, these dudes are fucking doing it real. I was like, I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah. Well, that's where what I was inspired by, and that's just again growing up in the boom bap era,
Yep.
and fucking Mobb Deep and Nas and all the fucking East Coast crazy shit.
Fucking
and so
bangers.
And these guys are all coming back to it. Like, I mean, you got fucking like Nas is coming out with fucking great songs. All the older rappers, they're still
Yeah.
fucking
showing
Red Man and
doing-
Meth Man, just
Really?
fucking.
You
Yeah,
just
that fucking La La,
Yeah.
LL
that
Cool
shit
J,
was
that
nasty.
little like rap that went viral with LL
Yeah.
Cool J was fucking great. I was like, damn, they could still do it like that.
There's an
Like,
audience. There's an audience for it, and I think the younger generation kind of resonates with it too.
Yeah.
Well, especially on tour, like I don't want to, but young people are kind of broke.
Yeah.
But now you have these 45, 40-year-olds that are gonna go out and they're gonna watch these old school rappers on tour, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah. Well, and again, like I was saying, like it's an affordable show. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not blowing your fucking pocket out.
yeah, that's true.
And I even remember just like at used to have Method Man and Red Man come in there. Shit was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
They
Oh yeah.
put on a great fucking little thing for a nightlife fucking gig.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
was
See,
it
that was
show.
that first one.
Yeah.
I still to this day was probably one of the best shows I've ever
was
seen
less
in my
than
life.
2,000 people, right?
It was
Yeah.
Yeah. There was. I don't even think it holds 2,000.
I couldn't get the
No.
day. No, that's what I'm saying. It's less than, I couldn't even get the day off. I remember we were all supposed to go.
Nah,
but
that was a fucking they put on a hell of a show. Fucking bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
I wonder if they ever got the thing you made them.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask Darren. Darren said he gave it to him. He's like, yo, I gave it to him.
He made like a blunt holster.
Oh,
Yeah.
the leather work.
Yeah.
Leather work.
I'll show you, dude. It came out. It was like pretty much like a cigar case, but I made
a
it.
humidor almost, but like
Yeah, you know
small.
those what are they called? The tubes.
Yes,
Like the
yes,
blunt tubes.
yes, yes.
So and they're completely airtight, so you can't smell anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I made it with those in it.
That's
And I put them in with a lighter on
somewhere
the
with
back
those
of it.
Guys, they wouldn't throw that away.
I hope not.
No way.
I wrote a nice note and everything.
Craftsmanship.
You read my fucking note.
That craftsmanship. They never wrote me back. You're like, I haven't heard from you guys.
They're supposed to be pen pals with Redman and
That's
Method Man.
fucking nasty. He's smoking that. He had that shit at the La La video shoot.
That'd be fucking great. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't imagine like all of a sudden like them like pulling some shit out like in a video or like them being like doing an interview and pull that thing out. I'd be like,
Yeah.
That's great.
fuck.
Like you don't even care about like getting credit for
Not
it. You
at
just
all.
want
I just wanted to
like,
do it for
they,
them.
they have something that I made for them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
is
Some
pretty
use
great.
out of it. That's all. Use it.
Yeah.
Use
That's
it.
it, man.
You guys
Better
should-
have that shit. I know
It's-
you're watching.
It's
Yeah.
functional.
Yeah, I know you're tuned in.
You're part of the 5.
Yeah.
So what are the hip hop plans? Are you just still just chilling,
So
like not
I
trying
actually,
to?
I actually have another release February 28th. Song's called The Table. That should be dropping February 28th.
Okay.
I shot some content for it just 2 days ago, keeping it moving. 2025, I really am trying to focus on just flooding. I have so much shit that's just living in the fucking computer.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I am this year. I want to get it all out. If I
And it's
can
all laid
drop-
out already, like already done, like recorded and
It's
done.
already recorded.
Beautiful.
Everything's ready to fucking go. And that's all it is now is just put a little marketing behind it, a little branding, get some content. We live in a visual world, so you always got to shoot.
Yeah.
It needs to be visual. You can't just dump it on Spotify and expect people to get it. But then there's always like ad placement. It's a big thing, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. I want to use this year to dump as much shit as I can and just see where I can fucking take it. Boost those numbers, get some views, and just have fun. More importantly, mostly have fun. I really don't. I'm not to say like I don't have dream aspirations. Like I don't expect to be Kendrick at the Super Bowl. I just want to fucking. I just want the music to get heard. A little bit of fucking notoriety.
Yeah, you
It's
want your art seen. You know what I mean? It's
the
like-
respect of it. It's like, damn, man, like you said, like I want to be like, if when my name comes up, I want people to be like, damn, fucking Whizkey can rap. Whizkey can spit. He ain't
Yep.
fucking, it's not bullshit. It's not astroturfed and fake. It's fucking really, really, really does it.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, I got a gang of shit coming out. Keep an eye. Yeah. I'm fucking killing them 2025.
So are you
right?
just doing? You're just gonna like release singles, or are you gonna do like actually like do like an album? type of
So
thing?
you guys know who Russ? You listen to Russ?
No.
He's a newer guy. He's pretty creative. Check out Russ. Russ got a lot of because I listened to some of his YouTube and I think the way to go is singles. When you drop an entire album, when you put 8 songs out, some of them get lost in the fold.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's a good way to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Gotcha.
You can drop a song, and like if it doesn't get the response, you're kind of like, all right, why was that? It's easier to diagnose,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
one
with a
song,
at a
yeah,
time. And I think that's just a lot of how people listen to music nowadays anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No one's buying albums, right? And
Yeah,
I think-
everyone's just
yeah,
streaming
like you're
anyway.
streaming it.
Yeah.
So it's song for song. So I think that's the way to go. And you can stretch it out.
Until you
Because
get real
once-
popular, then you can start putting shit on vinyl because that's the only thing people are buying.
I like that too. I've been looking at a lot of that shit, man. I follow Souls of Mischief page. They put the fucking records up.
Yeah,
Those are
I buy a
impressive.
record. Like that's like my fucking
Yeah.
Vice. That's
my
your new
fu-
Vice.
Yeah. All I do is buy vinyl.
That's dope.
It's just
Yeah,
my
I
fucking
was-
collection's getting there. It's
yeah.
fucking.
I've thought about it because it's. I mean, you can. There's companies that'll press it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I sent you that festival in Trenton.
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's
Yep.
over the weekend. I mean, it's on a weekend. but
yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if it's so. Is it going on Sunday too?
I think it's I think
Is
it's
it? I
Saturday
might
and
just fucking
Sunday.
pop up and then
What is
do.
it? Is that the punk rock?
Yeah.
flea
Yeah,
market?
yeah. But they have like a bunch of vendors that are vinyl. Like that's what I was.
Might
You
be
might,
worth
you might
it.
see some
Might
shit.
be
You
worth a
know?
drive. Definitely.
Yeah.
Punk rock, fucking. flea
Dude,
market?
there'd probably be cool shit just in general. You know
That's
what I mean?
what I
Like,
mean,
all-
yeah.
you know, so I'm familiar with the area, so just pop around, maybe see some of my old friends and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Kill a couple birds.
Yeah.
All with the one.
Get some dinner.
So, what prompted this out of you guys?
Bro, we were fucking. We were just like one day. Like, I don't even know how this all happened. Honestly,
It's because we always have these ridiculous
you
conversations.
should say retarded.
I was gonna say retarded, but we always have these conversations,
Say it
and he's
now,
like,
man.
"This could be a podcast." So I was like, "Yeah, it could be a podcast." You know what I mean? And then one day you made the hats, and we're like, "I guess we got to do it now." Like, you know what I mean? So then
The hats are made.
You know, you could like if you ever see the first one, it's so bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't hear me at all.
Nah.
Like, we were right across from each other.
Yep.
We had like a stupid like fold out table and shit.
And we started it. It was called Crypto, Cannabis, and Cocktails.
Oh god.
That was the beginning. So we always start talking about like what's going on in the crypto market because at that time, that was when we first started kind of investing.
Yeah,
really,
it was 2022.
heavily.
Yeah,
Yeah, and was it 2022? I thought it was 2020.
I think it was
2020?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't during COVID because we started right after we did the floor. We did that floor in like a January.
No, I'm talking about investing. No, I'm talking about investing in.
Well, yeah, it was like 2021, but then we started the podcast in
Yeah, okay.
2022, and that's when we started talking about it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
What's your exchange of choice? Where do you buy your
I'm doing it pretty much at this point. I just use Coinbase and move it right off.
and just slide it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
put it right
take
in
it
my hardware wallet.
I have a Coinbase too. But I got in Binance early,
Mm-hmm.
and then they shut down that international exchange.
Yep.
And then they switched to the U.S. based platform.
Yep.
And like my shit is just stuck in there. Like,
You can't get it out.
I can't. I'd have to sell it off. Like that's the only way. Like I
can't move it?
You can't move it. That's what sucks.
It blew my fucking mind when I looked into it. I'm like, why can't I? Because I opened the U.S. account, and you would think like if I have the same key, the encryption key for all your shit, it's like it's weird. It wouldn't allow.
It's kind of like it's almost like Robinhood is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Where
you
it's
gotta
like-
wait. You gotta wait till it comes up.
They make
then.
you fucking. They try to get you to sell it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll let it live in there.
Yeah.
Because I can at least still see it. I was worried. I was like, I hope nobody fucking took.
Just
my-
be careful. What I would do personally if I was you, I mean, this is just no financial advice.
right.
What I would do is I would sell it in Binance and rebuy it somewhere else where you can move it into a hardware wallet.
I was thinking about that too, because even my brother kind of told me that might be the move.
Yeah, because the last thing you want, because if anything ever happens with Binance and they pull a fucking Voyager
Right.
or an
Yeah.
FTX.
That's
and
what
things like
happened
that,
to us.
Your
Voyager.
fucking money's gone.
Shit.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
Nah,
Yeah.
smart.
You might get like a bullshit settlement through the bankruptcy.
Put it
but-
somewhere that's a little more stable.
Yeah, put it get a hardware wallet. They're cheap. They're like $100.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then now you are the custodian of your own money.
Got it.
Of your own.
It's all
crypto.
Learning
fine.
so much on the Porn and Rain podcast.
Yeah, man.
God, bless you.
Love this shit. I love this shit.
I come back with my W-2s. I'm like, so fucking what are we doing?
Not financial advice.
Not
but
financial
we'll
advice.
go over it now.
But that's
Yeah.
that's
Go
because
over
I
your portfolio.
We'll take a look.
I did that on I had some shit in Robinhood, and Robinhood doesn't allow you to move it off. You have to either leave it or sell it. So I was like, fuck this. I don't want you guys handling my money because really what they're doing, and the same thing that happened with Voyager.
You're
the
making
same
money
thing-
off of your money.
They're
Yeah.
using your money.
Yeah.
They're leveraging your money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're saying, so let's say you buy 100, that's just this is a number, 100 Bitcoin, right? That's not that we ever can afford it. But say you buy 100 Bitcoin. They don't even have 100 Bitcoin to sell you.
No.
They have like 10. And then they're
Okay.
leveraging the rest. So really what they're doing is taking your money and fucking leveraging it over here in a whatever market they do. But when shit hits the fan and the market drops out and
They're
everybody
fucked.
sells, it's
All
a
that-
bank
yeah.
run, they have
Wow.
no
Wow.
money to give.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
And just like that, they could shut it down with the AMC shit.
Sneaky
Like they shut down your
Oh, yeah.
fucking, trading and shit like that.
this is what banks do though. That's the most hilarious part. This is what
yeah.
banks do.
They
That's
make
what I was
money.
thinking. You got to figure. It's like there's no money. Like there's no money.
That money,
anywhere.
that number
Yeah,
that you should
that's
look on your
not-
phone,
yeah,
it's not there.
It's
fake.
nowhere.
Yeah. They don't
It
actually
lives-
have that money.
It lives in the fucking in the ether.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a fucking joke.
It's true, man.
It's wild when you really do think about like these systems that we think are like so secured and like
Advanced,
man,
yeah.
bank's got
You
your
think
money.
the technology
They're
is
taking
advanced.
care of you. It's like no man, it's all fucking.
I watched
I
watched-
mirrors.
I watched a TikTok the other day of this guy who's like, he was a financial advisor, and he's like, I would not buy crypto because of cash flow, this and that, blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't really agree with you, but okay. He's like, it's purely speculation. I do agree with you on that. That's fine. But and then of course I had to go into the comments because I can't wait to read the bullshit. And everyone's like, it's a pyramid scheme. I'm like, that's weird. So was the U.S. dollar.
So is
Yeah,
your dollar.
yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're in it.
Are you
right
in
there.
that? Are
Yeah.
you loving that?
Well, it's what's the adage? It's like it's only worth what people are willing to put the value in. So it's like,
Exactly.
if you stand behind
Value-
it, and if people jump in and purchase it, then it's got value
Yep.
to the people who are willing to get in it. And again, that goes into just diversifying anyway. It's like whatever. It's like I'll take a chance. I'll put a little here, put a little there.
Exactly.
That's it.
Spread it out.
Nobody
What are
wants
you
to
gonna do?
put everything. I had a kid at the bar the other night saying that. He's like, I want to take all my money and put it in Bitcoin. I'm like, don't do that.
Especially
I'm like,
now.
and I'm like, listen, I'm not saying don't do. I'm not an expert on anything. Like, you might fucking crush it. Something else you might need that money and it might dip. I think that yes, it's gonna go up in the future. It's gonna keep going up. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm like, but diversify, dude. You gotta fucking give yourself a little or a little hedge.
Hedge,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can't fucking just
Yeah.
Yeah.
be all in on something. I mean, you can if you really like, but you're straight up gambling.
And it's wild because even like growing up, what was like, put your money in a savings account. It's like, that's
The worst fucking thing you can
worst
do.
thing you could do.
You're fucking
Let
that
it
save.
sit there.
That's the same thing. The bank's using your money. They don't have it there. It's fucking
Yeah, like,
they're making money off of your money.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's like no risk for them.
Yeah,
At all.
I had a
They
couple
win.
buddies growing up. Shout out to my Polish buddies, Ryzard and Krzysztof.
Rizard.
Ryzard and Krzysztof.
Wow.
Kolodje. They were fucking G's, man. They were fucking like teenagers, and started investing in the stock market. They started understanding it. Chris, he passed his Series 7 when he was, I think, like 19 or 20,
Jesus.
and went right into
I think
into
that
finance.
also goes even deeper. Like the Europeans, man, they're different.
Well, he was born here.
Yeah.
His parents came over.
I just feel like some people get it.
But, yeah.
like, I
They
feel like
early.
finance is really hard for me to fucking grasp.
These dudes
like how
with money,
people,
they knew what's
people
going on.
leveraging debt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That shit's hard for me to understand. Like, how the fuck?
It's because we never learned about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You
If it's
never
taught
taught
to
it.
you.
Yeah.
I've
No.
I've always worked hard. I've always, saved. I was always very good at managing my own money, but you didn't find out until later in life, like, hey, there's ways that you can find a way to have the money make some money for you.
Exactly.
And
That's never taught.
No one.
Nope.
Yeah, you have to go out on your own.
They don't want you to know that shit at all.
Yeah,
Nobody.
they want you to be a very
Yeah.
good factory
They want you to be
worker.
heavy in what pays
And a
dividends
consumer.
and
Yep.
reinvest. Yeah.
Work, earn, spend it,
Yep.
blow it. That's
Go into debt, get
That's
some more
exactly
fucking
what they
shit.
want.
Exactly.
And it's wild because how quick they'll offer you like credit.
And it
Yeah.
works, dude. Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah,
remember
it is.
being at Stockton and fucking having the table set up with like these fucking high interest credit cards. They were like, yo, come get this. We'll give you a tin of dip.
Yeah.
A tin of dip.
23% and shit.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? There's a new bill that's supposed to go out that is supposed to cap all credit cards now at 10%.
They can't
Really?
go higher than 10?
They can't go higher than 10. It's
Who's drafting this
a
bill?
bill. I don't know, but that's
That's
another
interesting. I'm gonna say.
rumor one.
Does that still leave some? I mean, that's got to be some substantial meat on the bone.
Of
for them, though,
course,
right? So if
dude.
they
They're,
can- if they're still getting theirs at
23% is
10%,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
23%.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
that's if you have an 800 credit score too.
That's what I'm saying.
23%.
And you'll ruin a fucking person's life. Like credit
Yeah.
card debt will ruin your fucking life.
It's
So if that
completely
10%,
unsecured.
Yeah.
You know?
Giving it to the worst the most irresponsible asshole in the world.
Exactly.
And we're all just like,
And you could almost barely dig yourself out of it eventually. You know what I mean? It just.
nah, you can't.
But that's one of the
It's just-
floating
it's a
around
it's
bills,
a
like you
design.
said. Like you said, you got to fucking shut it all down to build it back up.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's crazy that they're willing to do that. I want to know who drafted that bill. That's
I don't know.
interesting.
We got to look
Yeah.
it up. You got your phone? Look it up. I don't have,
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Where's
so-
Jamie? No Jamie here?
We don't have Jamie.
We don't have a Jamie?
We don't have a Jamie.
no, we don't have a Jamie.
we got Samson. He's right
Hold on
here.
for a second. I got to plug in the phone. I forgot to fucking.
Oh yeah, don't let that shit die, dude.
We're sitting here talking for fucking
That happened to us
5
once.
hours. He's black. You're like, oh, shit.
Dude, it happened to us once. We had this really good podcast and half of it got cut off. I was like,
Oh,
well,
man.
we got an hour.
was a good one, too.
Yep. 10%.
10% credit card cap bill.
Yes.
Is that a JD thing?
Let's see. That'd be interesting if it was. What the fuck is this? Stay in browser. God damn it. Bill would cap. Oh, this is USA Today. Echoing a Trump pledge.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's a Trump thing, I think.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
This one dramatically. Average 21 per.
Start helping some
5%,
people
even
out.
So industry experts say.
Put a timestamp on that, too, because we had
What's that?
technical difficulties.
That's all right, whatever.
I put my hand in front. And it's all right. It works.
It looks sick. People, dude, we don't even. We don't need to edit
for our
that out.
five viewers. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry about the hand.
She's like, everything was going so well.
So it's not fake, right? It's a real
It was
proposed
a
bill.
proposal from
you know
Trump,
what I mean?
apparently.
They're supposed to submit the tip and overtime one this week too.
Yep, dude. I will say, man, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever side you're on. One thing you gotta say is this dude is making shit fucking happen, dude. Like
Fast.
he's doing everything fast.
He also
he's moving.
Like,
realizes that service is fucking like it's a suffering.
Yeah.
Just service. Like
Yeah.
not the person serving, but the service you're getting in these places because you're not making money. You're getting taxed. It's almost not worth dealing with the fucking general public like that.
You remember the time when we had that meeting with that third party that had to come in and be like, oh, we're going to tax you at this rate now.
Yeah.
But if you don't sign this, we're going to audit you.
Yeah.
And we're going to tax you at this rate. That's a fucking shakedown.
It's extortion.
Was it like a
It was the
like a
IRS,
contract?
dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why you.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't the IRS. It was a third party that was representing the IRS.
Same
it was
shit.
a third party
Like,
company, but
that's
it was.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know what I mean? Like they're strong arming you, like you said. You're like, what the fuck? It was like a mob shit. Like
It is because they're like, if you
paying
don't
for
sign this
protection.
paper, we're gonna fucking dig
Yeah.
all in your financial shit.
What they didn't account for was that we were going to hire a fucking lawyer, which we all did. Dude, we paid $50 a head or some shit like that too.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. And the lawyer was like, "Nah, you can't do this."
Yeah,
and they
good
froze
for
it.
them. Good for them.
They froze it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the gamble that a lot of these places take. They're like, what's the chances of somebody, knowing their rights, number one,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even figuring out how to combat it. But yeah.
They're just stupid fucking bartenders. What do they know?
What do they know? They don't talk to people from all walks of life all fucking day long.
Constantly.
No,
like,
yeah, I don't
they
know.
know
It's
your
like-
customer
it's
base.
like-
They know
it's like,
everything.
I get lawyers drunk all the time, bro. I know exactly who to call. Fuck that.
I'm telling you, man, that they give us zero credit.
We
man.
are plugged in though. The industry, man, you
For
are
real.
plugged
Dude,
in.
of
You hear it
course.
all. You hear
And not
it
only
all.
that, you make crazy connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of people from different backgrounds and different. You know what I mean? You'll be talking to a gazillionaire and shit, and be like, yo, whenever you want to, like, you get hooked up that way and shit like that.
Yeah.
You just meet all kind of people.
We got a guy. That's like our thing. It's like, I know a guy.
I know a guy. Yeah,
Think
we're like
about
the
how many
best
tradespeople
networkers.
you know.
The
Like,
plug.
Like
Mm-hmm.
think about how many tradespeople you know. How
Yeah,
many
100%.
people from every like you said, every walk of life. That do different jobs because this is when these people come in, relax, and start bitching about how shitty life is.
Yeah.
This is what they do, and they talk to you about it.
They talk to us about it.
And sometimes you don't want to hear it.
You just
But-
brought up a really good point too. It's like this. I don't think any people realize the social battery issue, like how that fucking shit will just
They dump.
drain
It's
you.
like being dumped on. Like
Yeah.
you're taking on somebody else's shit. You know what I mean?
and
Yeah.
then just trying to pretend
Or
interest.
spin it,
Sometimes you're
spin
like,
it positively
what?
too.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The worst now though is with our place is all the shit that's going on, all the renovations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
you're constantly explaining yourself the
constantly-
same.
The
The
bitching is
same.
it's like nagging. I'm like, I get, dude, why?
You're like, I have to do it too. It's like I'm in here with you.
Yeah.
Like I know what the fuck is going on.
I get it. I get that you're upset that you can't go to that bar because it's closed.
But it's every situation is its own. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be like, I'm tired of hearing this from you. It's like, no, like, this is the first for me. So,
Exactly.
and it like it said, but it's like an insanity. It's you explain the same shit over and over. I'm like, relax. It's gonna be a good summer.
And it's fun too. It's fun too. Like sometimes you just gotta fuck with them. Like when you're like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, this is like." It's just
I didn't even know.
They're like, "What?" Like, or when they come in, like, "Oh, I know the owner." Like, I know Elvis. I'm like, "Who?" Like, just because you're
I know
tired.
the
You're like,
owner.
Fuck you talking about? Who's that?
I hate the idea.
Who the fuck's that guy? He doesn't work here.
I never met him.
There's no Elvis that works here.
Yeah, at all.
That actually be really fucking funny. And then Elvis
see
walks in, hey.
And they don't know him. And like he'll walk right past him, and they're like, "Is that the guy?
love it.
Is that the guy you know?"
He said that they don't know him.
They
love
don't. They don't. They
That's
just
pretty
like,
great.
It's like you saw him on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives, and now you think you're fucking
Now you know
best
everything.
friends.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
see
they're
that thing I sent you, fucking Guy Fieri?
Oh my
The dude,
God.
he stood next to the cardboard cutout. He was like, "Fuck that guy." He goes, "I just paid."
The chicken sandwich?
He said chicken sandwiches
that
and
was
2 waters
wild.
was $70
That was
fucking
wild.
dollars. He's like, "Fuck Guy Fieri." That's why these things are fucking closing.
it
He was
another-
roasting it to the picture of himself. It was
Yeah,
so fucking funny.
Was he at an airport or something?
I don't know
Like,
where the fuck he was,
He
but
showed
that
the
shit
receipt?
is expensive as fuck, and they are closing everywhere. It's like people don't got it like that anymore.
No.
Well, not,
No.
dude.
But it's also who's charging, like, to have a restaurant in an airport. How much? Like the lease amount a month.
Oh,
is
it's crazy.
Fucking
It's-
ridiculous.
It's definitely a culmination of a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
still, bro, why? Like, have you been to Sugar Factory in HC?
No.
So we took.
Is it closed?
No, we took Callie there for her birthday
I
a couple
remember
years
you
ago.
said, yeah.
Bro, the worst food I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
And we spent like $300.
It's frozen. It's
It's
all
like chicken fingers and
You
shit.
Yeah.
can tell that, like, and that's the thing. You can tell that from the outside.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I would never. I mean, I guess if you had like like kids, will probably. Like,
That's the only
enjoy it.
reason. Yeah.
But you do. You look at that. You're like, I will never fucking set foot in there.
no franchises. Like local franchise, like a Chickies and Pete's or
Yeah,
something. Yeah. But I'm not doing fucking Applebee's, Outback, none of that. Fuck all that.
I'll
That
fuck
shit
with
can
Fridays
fucking
every
close.
now and then just for the nostalgia.
That's because you work.
Exactly.
You used to work there.
Like, yo, let me get
I still have
let me
some
get a
loyalty.
spin dip.
Love it.
I'm like, is it still in the computer as spin dip?
Spin dip. I worked for Hard Rock for years, and I still have like all that fucking knowledge, man. And they plug in like the culture and shit
Yeah.
to you too.
Oh, yeah.
The founders, you got a Founders Day. You got to know all that stuff.
Founders Day, bro.
It's crazy.
It's
Dude, we
wild.
had a 4-hour training on Fiji water, so we know.
Did you?
We know about that shit.
Bro.
And I went back too when they reopened the casino, and we spent orientation doing all that same shit too. Like
Again,
they're
yeah.
talking about the nonsense. I'm like, we need to get in and see the building because
Yeah.
like, nothing's being set up.
Yeah.
And that was a disaster. I'm sure.
Oh,
you guys,
you opened Hard Rock? So did I.
so yeah.
I was
well,
in banquets.
Okay, with fucking Carl. You still
Yeah. Sweet Carl.
Yeah,
Sweet
Carl's the man.
I do.
But,
We gotta get Sweet Carl on here too.
Oh, hey,
I
man.
fucked up.
You got connects.
Yeah, I fucked up and went back to the cafe because I had 10 years experience there, and a lot of the managers were the same. And an
Oh,
opening.
you were there when it was still
Yes.
Hard Rock Cafe on
When I was-
the boardwalk.
Yeah, when it was Hard Rock Cafe, I was there. Yeah,
Okay.
and then I came back, and they did me fucking so dirty. Their opening
way.
weekend, they stuck me in a service fucking well.
Get the
Like,
fuck out of here, dude.
by myself from 6 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon. I'm like, damn, your opening weekend? I've been working for this company for 10 years. I transferred to Orlando too. I know the thing inside and out, how to make all the drinks. It's like, and you stuck me in a fucking closet during their breakfast. I was like, oh, God.
During breakfast.
During breakfast.
That's so you
Oh,
know.
man.
That's so you know.
Yeah, I was like making cappuccinos. Like, this is bullshit.
That's how that's how they tell you you don't mean shit.
And I found out quick.
Our fucking place gives you these fucking stupid awards. They give you a fucking parking space. Get the fuck out of here.
It's the
I got a
pizza
party.
party.
Yeah, but it's
It's the
yeah,
pizza party.
exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody want that shit.
We did great this quarter.
Yeah, we did great this
Domino's,
quarter
bro.
because of you.
Yeah, you rock.
Here's a
Here.
slice of pizza.
Park closer so you can get to work on time. You fuck.
There's no excuse to be late. I know where your space is.
Your parking space.
Fucking dude, come on, man. It's like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, what would be worth it? You know what I mean?
Give me a
Because-
fucking month off. That's what
Paid.
would be worth it. I'm like sick.
A
Dude.
Include
paid-
my Tepa.
A paid
Yeah.
vacation.
Understand
something like
that most people don't want to be at work.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. Like they want to enjoy
Give
their
me an
life. They want to
extra-
enjoy their family. they
Yeah,
want to
give me
fucking do
give me an
shit.
extra 40 hours of PTO.
Yeah. Boom.
Fuck it.
Exactly. Like I don't think that's that hard.
No.
You got plenty of people who
No.
who can work and need to work.
They give
and
you
stuff like that.
a certificate. And you got to sit there and fucking take a picture with it and shit.
And they're on the wall like an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And they catch you. If they don't catch you, like taking a picture, or shit, they'll just put whatever picture of you they got. They got one chick on there that looks like a
Stock
fucking
photo.
psycho, dude. Like you come off the escalator,
footage.
and the first girl you see, you're like, holy shit. She's like, it's like a mugshot. Like it's fucking crazy. I'm
They
like,
catch you in the cafeteria. Like,
yeah, they'll just take
eating.
your.
Gotcha.
yeah, got him.
It's like
Fucking
video
piece of
yearbook when
shit.
you're in fucking
Yeah,
high school.
they'll just take your past picture and shit and throw it on there. It's fucking crazy.
I did I did video yearbook in that was like one of my classes in high school.
Yeah.
And like one of our assignments from the teacher was like you have to interview every single senior. And my one boy was like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, bro, just all we have to do is a quick. He's like, nope. So he would like anytime he saw us with the camera, he would start running.
Booking.
So it was like this mission we had
It's like
to
tag.
get him on film. It was the funniest shit ever. Because they actually made the video even funnier because he's like fucking. I popped in. I was like, yo, motherfucker. He's like, and he took off.
Yes, good. That's the way you do it.
So great.
Ambush style interview.
Shout out to Chris Farmadoni.
That would have been great. That would have been a great edit. Just see him fucking run every time you guys see him and shit. Different
Yeah, he took
clothes and
off.
shit. Just take it
What do you
off.
have to say about?
So great.
Yeah, but like you said, a week of PTO is not hard. You know what I mean? I know they tried to give you like a certificate for dinner, but I was like, come on, man.
I did use the shit out of that. I'm not
Give me
gonna lie.
time. Oh, you have to.
Where did
fuck
they?
good.
Was it a good place they gave you? What they give you?
You can use it anywhere on
Anywhere.
the property.
in the
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
It was a
fair.
$200 credit anywhere on the property.
Yeah.
But they take it one step further with that shit. Not only will they not give you like the extra time off, but the mandatory overtime shit.
Mm-hmm.
That blew my fucking mind.
They
too.
stopped that. Thank
Did
God.
they?
Yeah.
I didn't
For the most
understand how
part.
that was even a thing because I was like, damn. It's like union when you're on that union shit. It's like there's no rep.
They have to.
fucking
They have when you're in
protecting
a
that from
union.
happening?
They have to mandatory you 2 hours prior to your shift.
Right.
This is the loophole. If they tell you 5 minutes before your shift,
Right.
and you walk out, they can still write you up, and you have to fight it.
Okay.
So they get a lot of people with that. You're like, I'm not gonna fucking fight this shit. I'll just stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sucks because you can't plan. Like there was a time where you couldn't plan
It
a
ruined my
fucking
life.
thing.
It ruined my life because, and again, it was one of those things where they come to you and they tell you this, and you're like, damn, I got like a kid and shit. I got responsibilities
yeah.
outside of here.
Exactly.
And they would always be like, well, don't you want to make money? I was like, bro, not like that. It's
Like, do I want to put my child's welfare on some? No.
What? You don't want to make money? I'm like, my finances are good, bro.
Yeah. You're acting like I'm broke, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
wild.
I'll
It
do
was
more with
wild.
$100 than you'll do with 1,000. Believe me.
And it would be the overreaction. All it would take is one call out on
Yeah.
the next shift.
Yeah.
Oh, and they forget
So
it.
you
They
gotta
forget
fill
any
that
favor.
space. You're like,
They
whoa.
forget any favor you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized that a long time ago.
To anything. And like when we had a snowstorm when we first opened. I want to say it was 04, 05. We had a really bad snowstorm, right?
What, did they put you up? Did they put you up in the room? I love
No,
that. Like,
yes.
stay here.
Yes, but they told you, they were like, bring a little overnight bag, whatever. And I did, right? I was like, okay. I came in.
Housekeepers are on fucking standby.
I came in at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, right? And the other guy came in at around 12, and nobody else came in. And it's a 24-hour bar. And they left us there until noon the next day,
Jesus.
right? It was like 20. I worked like 26 hours. It was something ridiculous, right? It had to be illegal, right? But the worst part was our higher up at the time brought all of the one bar gets, of course they get off, like doesn't matter what's their seniority, whatever, they get off work because their bar closes. He invites all of them, the restaurant guys, everything, to us
To come and drink.
and
come
opens
party.
a tab, minimal tip, and doesn't say thank you guys for staying. Nothing. I hated him since that moment on. I still
Yeah.
hate him, and some of our people still fuck with him. I can't stand that dude.
Again, it
But
ruins you.
yeah, it's like and then right after that you fucking forget. You know what I mean? And they let us out at noon the next day. They gave us a room and made us come back in at 5 p.m.
I always
because
dodge that.
you're there and you know people are still calling out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they'll go,
nobody could
down.
literally nobody could get there till the following day.
Again, and
and you
that's-
didn't crush because nobody's fucking coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
You just have to be there.
Yeah.
Someone has to. They
Yeah.
need someone manning the store. I would try to dodge that as best I could. I mean, I lived
Yeah.
close enough to work where I was like, sorry, man, I got
Yep.
dogs at home.
You
I
got
gotta-
4-wheel drive, baby.
Yeah, I'm fucking out. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
I'll risk my life.
Yep.
yeah, but you're like
I'll walk.
I was gung ho, 24 years old. You know what I mean? I was like,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
man,
saying.
I got what you need. You know what I mean? But you learn, like you said, you learn right away that they don't appreciate shit.
Nope.
Nope.
And then you know you're like, what's the incentive? You're gonna treat me like shit next time I fuck up. You're not gonna give me a pass. You know what I mean?
No, you never get a pass.
No, you make a
Look what just
mistake,
happened to
dude. You make a mistake, dude. They fucking go all the way. It's like they're one chance to be right or something. It's fucking weird.
And it's a power trip too. You know,
Yeah, of
like
course.
From
You know what I mean?
management, from the higher ups.
Yeah.
It's definitely, and that's a huge problem too. Is like, so perfect example. I got written up a few weeks ago for. I've been there for 20 years. 20 years. I've never had any real like problem, like any kind of write ups really, especially with like customer complaints. Right. Had a write up, and apparently because this write up apparently this went to like everybody in the system, like from all the way down up the chain.
So everyone saw it. Like
Yeah.
Everyone had to like sign
So
off. Like
the way they put it to me was like, listen, dude, like this went to everybody. We got to do something. I'm like, so my word just doesn't mean anything. Like this whole made up story just doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you haven't learned about my character in 20 years
Yeah.
with this one
No.
Yelp.
And that's all I kept. That's all I kept thinking.
The craziest
Because
part
of
for
the
me,
corporate structure.
The craziest part for me was how do you get a 4-page complaint over a 20-second interaction?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That's when you know it's bullshit.
That's how you know, and then that's
Someone's-
how you know that's what that person's going through. Like you gotta see that for what it is.
They took some creative
She's on
license
some
there.
other shit. Yeah.
Dude, I read it and it was like an essay.
And if that doesn't tell you, like, it's like this is really in depth. Like this can't be real. This is not a real interaction.
exactly.
There's no way.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. Common sense.
But I think it is a lot of how it's how they justify their job too. You know?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
maybe.
"Ah,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you know, if I'm not fucking breaking someone's balls, then my guy's looking at me like
This
I'm
is
a pushover.
weird, man. The whole
It's
thing.
insane.
This is why like small business is so much like more like you look at places like let's say like the Irish pub and like all these places that like
Yeah.
Doyle's up
Yeah.
by me in Barnegat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's they run it like they're like for lack of a better, I don't want to say family, but like they give a shit about their employees. I mean, they
Yeah,
understand
but that makes you
They
give a
have
shit
to.
too,
Yeah.
because you give a shit about the owner.
They
Exactly.
Now you're working like it's your place.
It's a dependent. It's
And
a
I
dependent
always thought that way there. Like I love that place. You know what I mean? And then like the recent getting shitted on constantly just fucking takes you out of it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have more fun in those environments too when you know
course.
you can talk to
We
your
try.
owner. Like that's the thing. I prefer like in places like that. It's like it's not a manager. You're 9 times out of 10 you're dealing with the owner.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the guy who's paying the fucking bills.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
CEO.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there with you too in the fucking. You know what I mean?
In the
Sitting
trenches,
there having
yeah.
a drink,
You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah, dealing
Picking
with
up glasses,
Hop behind the
bussing
fucking kitchen
bussing
line.
tables.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why Jasmine, dude, I'm telling you, she's got to be one of the best to own a bar
dude.
restaurant. You
She's
see
so
her in
fair.
there. Yes. And you see her in there, she just bussing and you know, asking people. She's dropping checks off like
Nah,
Yep.
that's-
She's got
she's
kids back there
everywhere.
working
She's
and
got her
shit.
kids back there working, dude. It's like, and
That's why
then and
people
then
love
they're
those places,
exactly,
man.
and her employees, they feel bad if they have to call out. They, you know what I mean? And it's like, that loyalty is hard to come by in those big places, especially like corporate jobs and shit. It's like
Nah, there
you
is no-
never we're the faces, so we get all the complaints. You know what I mean?
How
And
is-
then we never get recognition from the people that are getting paid the fucking most.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Is like if there's no loyalty among the highest up
Yeah.
executives, because they're there to put something on a resume and then bounce somewhere else.
Yeah.
What's the turnover rate for CEOs?
Dude, we've had like
It's insane.
We've had like 6 in the last 4 years.
Because what happens? Like another company takes in. You've seen how
Yeah.
they just clean house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking-
It's almost like they
all
groom
gone.
these people. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're going to be upper management. Yeah, we're going to move you somewhere else, but do 6 months here. What the fuck can you do there?
No.
You make plans for a bar and it's not functional, but you bounce.
And I think that's a lot of it too. They're just
Yeah.
waiting for that next
Exactly.
title.
That
Yeah.
next opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Office.
just fucking sucks.
That one manager we had in the I don't know, like
Don't say
too,
it.
too easy. he fucking verbatim told me. You know what I mean, like pretty much told me that the only reason he was here, he's like, I fucking hate it here. He's like, but it's good for my resume.
It's a stepping stone. Yeah. Exactly.
Now, I mean, I've never aspired for that either.
No.
Like, that's like the thing too. Like with us, it's like, I mean, even if it's more money, it's like I don't think I'd ever want to be there. I prefer this. I prefer just the bar,
Yeah.
the people, the interactions, the cash in hand.
It's more
It's like,
relaxing.
I would never. Yeah, I've never had.
You
any,
can chill at work. You know what I mean?
I was never trying to get a name tag. Fuck that.
Nah.
Never worked for a name tag.
That's good.
No, you fucking
You turn into a fucking dick too.
Dude, you're miserable, and it's hard. Like working in that bar for a while was like bartending with one hand tied behind your back. It just as far as functional equipment, and I'm talking the simple shit: shakers, stirs, strainers, shit that you get for free from all these fucking
From the
liquor companies,
distributors, Yeah.
and we can't get 3 in that bar.
Too
And
much
asking
red
every
tape.
single person where we're buying our own shit.
yeah.
Coming in and like bringing it home with you.
You have to,
Yeah.
because it disappears. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we have
'cause
our own like what do you got? Like our own graters, our own
Yep.
like, all kinds of shit. We're buying packs of spoon stirs, and all of a sudden they're gone. It's like what the fuck?
And you would think with the kind of money that a lot of these places are making, this should be.
And that's where I don't like our immediate supervisors. How much power do you have? Do you have the power to ask for these things or get these things? My thing is, I wouldn't even submit it. I'd be like, hey, get me in touch with one of these, liquor distributors. They get you everything you want.
Oh, 100%.
They get all this shit for free, all
Yeah.
this marketing stuff. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. They have boxes and boxes of this stuff. They just don't know. They either don't know it's there or don't care, or they don't know what they're looking for. Like it's such an you're so unqualified.
And I think that's another problem too when it's so big. When you're dealing with these big corporations,
Yeah.
no one knows.
No one
one's
knows
passing the
anything.
information
You have
around.
boxes and boxes and boxes of shit that we need, but you're not allowed to take it, or you don't know it's there, or whatever. Like it's
Can't
just
find it.
it's
Lost
so
in the
bad.
shuffle. Lost in
And
the
like you
shuffle.
said, it makes you miserable. It's like, you know what? I don't want to be here.
It's hard when you're tasked to do a job and you don't have the stuff necessary to
Yeah.
get it done. And
Yeah.
you gotta wing it. And then
You gotta do
look
the
like
club
an
cracker, remember? It's like, dude, the egg crack fucking
Yep.
straining your cocktails. Dude, Come
That's
on.
another wild thing that I've just recently with the egg white drinks.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot of people are asking for that shit now.
I crack more in one day than most short order cooks. And it's wild. And now with fucking what eggs, the shortage and how much they
Oh, I
cost,
didn't even think about
I'm still
that.
thinking, I'm like, God, are we still doing this? We're
No,
still doing this with
they
the eggs?
gotta adjust the
Still giving these
price,
eggs?
man.
Yeah, prices went
That's
up.
a $30 fucking. That's
Some
a $30 drink
breakfast
now.
places are complaining about that stuff
Oh,
because
Waffle House.
yeah,
Yeah.
$10 for an egg
surcharge.
sandwich. They
Yeah,
have to
surcharge.
charge.
Bro, that's how the market works. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do?
We had a
It's not-
conversation.
I'm not here to not make money because you want an egg sandwich.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They're warning people though. They're like, hey, if you don't get egg on it, it's gonna be a lot cheaper.
This is a luxury item.
Yeah.
It's
Scrambled
a luxury.
eggs, bro. It's a
Eggs
luxury
is a
item.
luxury item.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Who'd
why
have
you
thought we'd ever
imagine
see today?
the turnover and fucking breakfast and all that
Why
shit.
I need to keep chickens, motherfuckers.
keep chickens.
But we were all. I actually had a conversation the other day too. When these prices go up, it's like they'll never go back. They never go down.
It depends.
You know,
Some
I think
things.
but I think a lot of people is like when they know that you've become accustomed to paying that.
Yeah, they don't go
Oh,
back down.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
they're like, oh, they can do it.
Yeah.
Our
They
sales haven't really
can.
gone down. Yeah.
Yeah,
We-
the thing that'll change though is like so, and people say that a lot as an argument for like cutting costs and stuff like that. And like, oh, once they go up, they'll never come down. Like, it might take a minute, but there's always going to be some company that's going to see the value and being like, hey, we can bring our price down to here, and we'll get so
kill.
much more of that market share
Yeah.
because people are going to buy from us.
Yeah, it's capitalism, right? I mean,
Dude, look at yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a free market economy. I mean, so it does, but it does. There's like
Commerce.
there's that little lull where people are like, yo, we're gonna fucking capitalize on this as much as we can.
Yeah, of course.
We don't need to drop them right away.
Smart business.
And then someone's like,
That's smart business.
let's do it here now.
Yeah, get them.
Look at Sam's Club or Costco with the gas.
yeah.
Bro, Costco is always like consistently 30 cents cheaper than anywhere else.
Because they don't make any money off of it. And sometimes they lose money on gas.
Do they?
Like, they don't make any profit on it. That's how they do it. That's how they keep it so cheap. It's like, you're coming there, you're going to shop.
They know that.
They know
I
that.
didn't know that. I didn't know they didn't make any
like,
money.
Like,
Okay.
like wow, those super Wawas, they make zero
On
on
the
gas. $0.
Really?
Yes.
They're more expensive than most places now.
Exactly. Their most profitable item is coffee.
And they give
But they
that
make
shit away
zero
for free.
profit. But they make zero profit on gas. So you're like, oh, I'm going to
You
fill
sure
up here.
about that?
Dude, look it up. I'm almost positive.
Bring that up, Jamie.
I think they got at least. I mean, if it's a wash, I can see that making
That's
sense.
what I'm
As long
saying,
as they're
like-
still like, all right, it's
That's
not
what I mean.
costing us anything either.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
if we know if people are going to drive,
They don't make any money. They break even on gas.
Because that is true. It's a good point.
I'm
How
pretty
often do you see
sure.
people go to Wawa, get gas, and then just drive off?
Yeah.
Very rarely happens. You're going.
Yeah,
inside.
you go in there. You
They
get
do.
some.
They do. So they do turn a profit. It is small, but they still do turn a profit on gas sales.
How about Costco?
Costco?
I just heard that that's the way they do it. They do their best to break even because they know you're going to spend money doing something else or. in
They know
another-
you're getting that.
No,
Costco
Costco
hot
does
dog.
not make a significant profit on gas sales.
It's probably
Define
minimal, like they
that.
said, yeah, but it's not enough to change the
What's
books.
significant to you?
They'd rather be.
No, but
30,
it is. I
They'd
mean,
rather be 30% less.
Yeah,
like you said.
I'm sure they're covering. They want to cover the cost of running the pumps, paying their
Yeah,
employees.
yeah.
It is a draw to get the people into the store.
Exactly.
But still, like when I go, there has never been a time where I didn't wait in a fucking line at a Costco.
At Costco. I've never been to a Costco.
I've never been to a
Where
There's
Costco
one right
either.
by me in Manahawkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to take a fucking drive.
Sam's Club is the shit though.
Sam's
Sam's
is
Club
dope.
is you can scan shit as you go, pay on the app, and fucking walk,
just
right,
walk
out.
right out?
Yeah,
Ah.
there's lines and lines and lines of people waiting for a cashier or to self checkout.
Okay.
And me and Jess they have on their app. You just swipe everything you put in the thing. You count your items at the end. You pay for it right there with the card.
And you just walk right out.
And yeah, they scan. There's like a big scanner. I don't know if it scans how many items are in your cart or whatever, but they scan, and if it matches their thing, you walk right out.
You do. You walk through the thing now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I noticed that last time I was there because
Yeah.
you had to wait in the line to cash out, and then you had to wait in the line to show the receipt.
Yeah.
Woman goes in and yeah.
Yeah, so we don't care. Like it was packed Saturday. We went Saturday. It was packed.
Yeah.
And we were in and out of there in 15 minutes.
That's the way to go.
You ever see
Bloop,
the
bloop, bloop.
little robot fucking floating through BJ's?
Oh, fucking cleaning the floor.
Doing
What, they got a
inventory.
Roomba?
Doing inventory.
Oh, the one that goes up and down. Yeah, yeah, I've
like,
seen that shit.
He like looks at you and says,
Counting
"Hello,
all
sir."
your
I'm like,
shit?
"The
Yeah.
fuck out of my
Talk
face."
to you?
The one,
I feel like I'm an iRobot.
The one in Sam's Club is cleaning. It looks like a Zamboni.
Yeah.
But it's all by itself,
automated.
dude.
I did
and it's
see that.
automated, and it's like beeping the shit out of you to get out of the way. Like, it's crazy.
It's impatient. It's,
It's
like,
a
"Move,
huge
motherfucker." You're like,
Zamboni
"Oh,
Roomba.
that's wild.
But it's pretty awesome.
That's somebody's job, though. Put
Yep.
someone out of work.
Dude, I keep
Yeah.
telling people, these kids, these young kids, I had, Callie had her friends over the other day, and they were doing this typing exercise. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, we have to do like a certain amount of minutes or a certain amount of words in a minute. I'm like, what class is it? Like, it's for, I don't know, whatever. And I was like, well, why are you guys doing it? Well, they're like, oh, well, our teacher told us that if we want to be good at coding, we have to be good at typing. I was like, you think that coding's going to be a thing like you can go into in 10 years?
No.
And the kid looked at me. He's like, right? He's like, I fucking hate typing. I'm like, well, what are you good at? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I talked to my dad. He's like, I kind of really want to go into a trade. I'm like,
Do it.
Smart
I'm like,
man.
I'm like, you're on the right path already, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're already noticing. I'm like, anything
You're gonna
that
be
can
able to
done by a
talk-
computer.
You're gonna be able to talk code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk faster than you fucking. Or
And AI's going to be able to do it faster than you talking
100%.
anyway.
Exactly. You just gotta explain it, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, technology is really taking some shit out. But a trade, like you said,
What? Yeah, dude, no AI isn't going to be fucking plumbing a house.
Or cutting
AI
hair.
isn't going to be welding.
cutting hair.
Cutting hair, exactly. Like anything.
And it's crazy because when you really do think about it, like we can't do like people can't build shit anymore. Like,
no.
this country is like fucking no one like
Yep.
house. They're like, damn, it's and there's not enough emphasis on that. So I would definitely would like to see that come back. I always thought like school for the most part is like once you get through like with the basics of like reading, writing, you know,
like arithmetic
simple
and shit,
math
yeah.
and all that fucking shit. It's like they don't target properly and place kids where they should be. Because I was like, dude, I sucked at math. It's like, why are you making me take fucking geometry? Like, I'm never gonna be fine. Like, notice, like, hey, man, this kid's good with his hands. Like, you should push them and guide them in.
Yeah,
that
they
instead of
have
making them
VOTEC
continue.
programs, but
Yeah.
like, remember when we were kids? Like VOTEC, you looked at these kids like,
Like
oh,
they
you
were the
fucking
idiots.
retards.
Yeah, dumb
Meanwhile, now all these
motherfuckers.
kids are fucking like
Rich.
engineers and
Yes.
shit.
They're rich, dude.
Yes.
They're the
Yes.
ones making money.
Yes.
It costs so much. Like you do everything yourself, but anything you want done is a ridiculous amount of money. Like anything you want somebody to do in your house, plumbing, electrical, whatever, anything is
Because there's nobody does it.
No, but not only that, it's high fucking demand for it because nobody knows how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And
I
again,
could
it's things
change a
that
fucking-
are they're never gonna go away. It's like you're gonna have to flush that toilet.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that's never gonna.
Things are going to break. Like,
Yeah,
things are going to go wrong. Fucking heaters are going to break.
Things
You
are
know?
gonna break, yeah.
There's a million things that are going to happen to your home that you need to either know how to do yourself or have someone come do it. You know?
HVAC is huge too. I
Oh,
see
yeah.
a lot of dude. Those fucking.
Well,
those
HVAC,
guys-
you're an electrician and you're a fucking
Plumber.
You know what I mean? And you're an HVAC guy. You know what I mean? It's,
And you got all the seasons covered. It's like you don't need me when it's hot.
yeah,
you
even
know,
when it's cold. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in New Jersey, man. You get those
Oh,
windows
everything.
where nothing's on for like 2
just
weeks.
To, just
Yeah.
to show up is like $160 now. Just to come over. So if they were like, "Oh, your fucking shit's not on," boom.
Flip that switch and
$160,
you're good to go.
dude. Like, hey man, you should have known. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You could have checked that yourself, but
Yeah.
I'll take that
You
money.
called me.
Yeah. Like I remember back then, it wasn't that much. It was like in 2001 or 2002, our garbage disposal stopped working, and I'm like, fuck. I'm looking under it, trying to look in there, can't. Fuck it. I'll call somebody. It's $80 to show up. That's cool. He was like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know if a glass broke in there or something, but it's jammed. Like when you turn it on, you hear
Like
you
it's
don't-
trying.
Coming.
like it's trying with
Yeah.
So he turned it off. He turned the thing twice, and you heard like a glass come out. Then he opened the pipe, took the glass out, put it back in. $80.
Yep.
At least he didn't charge me more. But he was like, yeah, it was literally 2 seconds. But I'm like, I would have never fucking stuck my hand in there. What the fuck's going on in here? Yeah, it's very
But you
easy.
do. You get to set your price too with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need.
you
me.
really do. And then eventually, you got people doing it for you. You don't have to do shit.
Yep. Yeah,
I unfortunately was never very handy.
No.
I
No,
can
me
do
neither.
that. I can hook up electronics. I'm a little better at that.
Mm-hmm.
I can help my stepdad with the remote. But unfortunately, yeah, I can't fix shit. It's
Me neither.
embarrassing. It
I was
is.
always
It's a little-
forced to,
It's
so.
a little embarrassing.
I can fix it, but what pisses me off is it's never clean. Like
Yeah.
either the measurements of fucking.
But that's how you learn, honestly.
I know, but it's like
Dude,
the
everything
basic shit is where I'm
Yeah.
fucking up. I think I'm like, oh, I put all this shit together, put this TV up and shit, but look, this fucking thing's.
and it's gonna bother you every time you look at it. You're like
Yeah.
that little imperfection.
Yeah, it's just
You
like
throw the
why
whole
don't you
shit
ever
out.
want to do it? It's easy. I'm like, I know it's easy, but it comes out fucked up. I don't know why it's done, but it sucks. for me.
That's the thing. Is like that's how you learn how to do things.
Yeah, but that's probably
I mean,
why I wouldn't be good at a trade. Like it would take me fucking forever to be at somebody's house and do some shit fucking perfectly.
but that's the whole point. Like you would have learned this while you were coming up through the ranks, like as an apprentice and all that shit. Like you were learning all the dumb little tricks that these guys who've been doing it for 40 fucking years know.
Yeah.
You know? Like some of these guys, I remember I worked for a mason one year. Like when I came home, was it high school? The summer in high school? Bro. And I was a bitch. I mean, I would mix cement and fucking carry around like lugs of stones.
Your dues. Paying your dues.
And it was this old man, this old Italian dude. And he would, like, he was all fucked, his back was fucked up and shit. But he was, all he would do would be point the joints. So we would lay down the bluestone, he would take the mud out, lay it down, boom, boom, boom. We'd lay it down for him. And he would go down on his little couch cushion that he had, go, down, you know? And he would sit there with this fucking trowel and just be, boom, and throw it and go right in between the blocks. And be like, and I was sitting there watching him. It was like fucking magic watching this guy work.
Amazed.
But he's been doing it daily forever.
And he would show me, like, you want to know how I do this? And I'd be like, yeah. Show me. He's like, oh, come here, get close. And he'd pick it up. He's like, see how if there's this much on? And then you pop it down and it gets perfect. That's what you want right there. He's like, and then after he's like, there's a little bit of finesse in this. You got to learn this. You know what I mean? He's like, but it was like, you just up and down, boom. And I'm like, okay. He's like, try it. And I threw it all over the fucking stone.
Yeah, he knew that was happening.
Yeah, he just did it to make a point.
Watch this guy fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, did it to make a point. But he's like, still, it's like, that's how you learn things, man. You do it repetition and over and over and over and over again.
It's all inspiring when you see people that are really, really good at the shit they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, you ever have been working at a bar, perfect example. When you're getting your dick kicked in, but you're in the zone and you're fucking just murdering it.
Oh,
Everything's
yeah.
clicking.
Multiple orders.
Nobody has
watching you.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had
the fuck are you doing this?
a bunch of times, where people are like super amazed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, everything's flowing, man. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Don't talk to me. Don't get me out of it.
I had a woman, one of my regulars, in front of me while I was really in it too, and just fucking going nuts. And she literally asked, she's like, "Are you on drugs?" And I was like, "Do you have any?" I was like, "Do you have some?"
I want to be.
Yeah, I was like, "I fucking wish," but no, it is
Perfect segue.
Nothing better.
Speaking of drugs.
Oh, yeah.
This
Drugs.
is a zero budget podcast, but we do have a gift for you.
We do.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I love that. I didn't bring you guys anything.
It's okay. You didn't need.
You're never gonna guess.
You're not expected to.
Oh Christ!
You know, since the Eagles won the Super Bowl, we got Kevin Hart's tequila. That
Oh my
we
lord!
made a bong for you.
Oh my lord! Look
We
at
got
that.
The bowls,
That is wild.
the bowl and the,
Is that now? This is Kevin Hart's?
It's Kevin Hart's tequila.
It's tequila. Yeah, it's tequila. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't bring you any of the tequila. Don't worry, it's
That's
not great.
all right.
We had this really stupid idea a while back of starting a business of making bongs out of old liquor bottles.
Oh, that's cool, though.
We just never did it, really. We did it like once or twice. But we had all the supplies. We were like, yeah, let's start making it for our podcast
Fuck
guys.
it. Yeah,
Everybody smokes weed.
Everybody
leaves with a
smokes.
bomb.
And
Yeah,
if not, they know
So you got the
someone who
two
does.
different things. You got the bowl and the
that's amazing.
the pen,
Thank you,
whatever.
guys. Shit, appreciate
Yeah.
that. Fuck yeah, I'm out in the car like on the way home.
Yep.
Well, you got to put water in and shit, but it's functional.
It does work.
It does work. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's fucking neat. No, hell yeah.
So and the bottle's cool. It looks off, but it's not. It's because the bottle
Little
twists.
twists to it.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah, okay, I see.
Speaking of bottles like this, these are the things that they fucking want you to like try to put in your rail too. You know,
Dude, they're
you
such
have,
assholes.
Oh,
shit that
yeah,
doesn't,
get
the
outta
design,
here.
Like the people who make this stuff, like what? Like how's it?
like Patron. Patron always have to
Yeah.
be off to the fucking side. No bottle top. Now they make their custom bottle tops, right?
There's a method to that
Patron.
madness, though.
To Patron.
They
To
want
all
it.
it-
Yeah, they
they want
want
it
it
on a
on a shelf.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
smart.
that's true.
Yeah, they don't want it in a rail where
They
no
don't
one
want
can see
you to
it.
be. They don't want you to be fast with it. They want it to be seen. Smart motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Because nobody likes Patron. They just want to be seen
That's
drinking
all.
it.
Yep.
It's so funny now when someone orders like, oh, I can only drink Patron. I'm like, you're trash.
Can you?
Stop it. Stop
Like, can
talking.
you?
Stop talking like you're something cool.
And there's so much better shit, and it's a lot.
Never
less,
talked about.
And it's
Never
so
talked
much
about.
cheaper.
Like when our old when we first opened, our house was El Tesoro. That fucking tequila now is expensive,
Yeah,
and
but it's good.
really, it's still really good, but it's crazy. No one even knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's really
I've
expensive
been
now.
drinking a lot of Coralejo. Have you heard of
Oh,
Coralejo?
yeah, Coralejo, yeah.
So fucking good. $35.
Yep.
A bottle.
Yep.
The fucking repo, and it's nice. It sips like a fucking smooth whiskey.
Yeah.
And it actually
delicious.
tastes like agave.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some agave.
So
Not just, it's not like fucking a vanilla bomb like Casamigos.
Yeah, that
know?
sweet shit, weird shit on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a
Clase Azul is like that too.
we have a Manhattan on our menu that is Casamigos Repo, has Casamigos Repo in it. And I made it for this guy. And he took a sip. He's like, I thought there was tequila in this. That's what he said.
Yeah,
I was like,
so.
there is. And I showed it to him. He's like, he's like, it tastes like whiskey. I'm like, yeah, because it's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bunch of
Gotcha.
fake bullshit. He's like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I'll put, if you want, like, I'll put a little bit of the, if you want to get another one, I'll put some of the Blanco in it just to kind of like bring up the
Cut
agave
it.
flavor
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'll just drink. That's fine. I was like, all right, cool.
It's so oaky that it's like you could
But
tell
it's fake oak.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like it's so pronounced. It's not.
A reposado isn't supposed to taste that much like anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
no,
You know?
no chard.
It's that mid ground where it's like it's not aged very long. It's 2 to 6. Was it 2 to 6 months? Or 6 months to 2 years? What I always forget now. No, yeah, 2 to 6 months. I think 6 months is like the max. If
Just the right amount of time.
yeah, if I'm remembering
that-
correctly.
to get
And then
that good.
añejo goes from anywhere from 6 to 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
I might be fucking that up. I don't care. But either way, it's like not a long time. You know, it's not like a whiskey that's sitting on a fucking oak for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
You know. So
I've moved drastic. I mean, with the name of Whizkey Richard, you would think I'm fucking sipping it all the time, but I used to be big on like the Irish whiskeys, and I still fuck with it. But tequila has taken over my life.
yeah. How did you get that name, by the way? Your name's Matt.
My middle name is Richard, and it made
Okay, makes sense.
and that's I'm like, I was waiting for somebody. I was like, I'm one of the, like, why the fuck are you going with this? Like, but I did my middle name. I'm Matthew Richard Smith, the
Okay.
most generic fucking white boy name ever. But I was like, this makes sense.
I like it.
It's like, Richard, I didn't know you were a dick.
Yeah, fucking dick. My parents knew like Richard. But yeah, no, that's how it was. And my first name, believe it or not, my first rap name, I went by Logic.
Okay.
Oh.
Way before the Logic.
The Logic,
that
yeah.
came out now. But yeah, I was Logic first because I always used to get in like I would debate. I would just fucking anytime like I would play devil's advocate with anybody. Like fucking if you held a position, I would take the opposite, and I just loved getting in there and fucking going back and forth. Like, why you always got to be so logical about everything? I was like, all right, so I went with that. That was the first.
Why do you have to make
name.
sense?
And I know. Why you got to come here with facts? And then the second one, I went by Ellsworth for a while. Now, Ellsworth was a funny one, too, because they were like, why'd you do that? I was like, I was driving around with my girl one day, and she's like, how much weed we got? I was like, we got about an Ellsworth. And I was like, I like that.
That's pretty
Out of
cool.
those two names.
That's
and then,
funny, dude.
Hell
That's
yeah.
actually really funny.
And then Whizkey Richard again, just with the, Richard and the bar and fucking
Yeah.
being a degenerate lush. I was like, this makes sense. And from a branding aspect, I really dig it. You could do so much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just with that name. And it sounds like a country band. And I think there are a couple that obviously you Google when you come up with a name, you want to see that no one's really using it, but change the spelling a little bit, tweak it, and
That's what I said. Make sure you look up
Whizkey.
Whizkey Richard.
Whizkey.
Don't make the mistake of Whizkey
I
Richard.
think that fucks
Dude.
my shit up too. People are like, oh, I can't find you. I'm like, yeah,
Dude, if you look it up, it's
Yeah.
all about having whiskey dick.
yeah.
That's why I told you not to go.
That might be on purpose too. It's like I sent you down a fucking sick rabbit hole, didn't I?
That's why I was like,
Where'd
don't make
you
the mistake.
go?
You didn't tell me it was a Z.
Whiz,
Like, does this kid need boner pills?
Yeah. Having a tough time, ladies. That's a shame, man. Girls gonna be like, "You're really living up to that shit." I was like, "I'm sorry."
I always wanted to start a band called Gas Station Boner Pills.
Gas station.
I'd
boner
listen to
pills.
I'd listen to.
I think
that,
everyone would tune in for one song
at least one.
When I
I gotta
asked,
hear this.
They're
when I
gonna
asked
check
you to
your
rename the
page out for
podcast,
sure.
you couldn't come up with anything.
Oh god.
Could have been basement boner pills.
Good lord. Boner
Yeah.
pills is a weird fucking thing too.
Dude, did you see all the commercials?
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Now it's chewable. It's fucking candy. It's
What's the-
last
what's the-
all day.
I keep
fucking
seeing the one for like Blue something, Blue Chew.
Blue
or
Chew.
some shit like
Chew.
that.
But dude, like marketing that shit to young dudes is
weird.
fucking weird, man.
You're probably fucking them up long term.
Yes,
100%.
Have to be.
100%.
100%. Just like they're marketing. Like, did you see the hims, hers
Yeah,
shit
that
like last
commercial,
night? Dude, that's like pretty much like Ozempic, right?
They caught
is
some fucking
Ozempic.
blowback from that. I heard like
It is
all-
Ozempic. It's generic.
It's generic
all morning
Ozempic,
they were-
right?
Yeah, all
It's
morning
still
they were coming out.
$200 a fucking month or something.
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, mark my words, man. There's gonna be massive lawsuits
Oh, of course.
because all these people are fucking getting like bone density loss and shit.
Yeah.
You ever seen like the girl with the Ozempic ass, like everyone talks about? Like
It's
they
just-
lose their ass because
It's
they're losing
scary what
muscle.
they're doing to like what the Ozempic people look like.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not
a good
natural.
look. And
No.
it doesn't look fucking
Especially your
doesn't look
face. It looks like
healthy
you're
at
fucking
all.
melting. It
Yeah.
happens so fast that your body can't keep up with that shit.
It's insane.
Telling you, man. Massive
what
lawsuits.
exactly? What's the active ingredient? Like, what is it that it like? What
So, is it
does
semaglutide?
it trick
or,
you
I
into
don't know,
like
fucking-
feeling full? Like, what's the?
I know.
don't know the science
Supposedly,
behind
yeah, you're just
It's
not
something-
hungry or
it's
something.
supposed
like
to be
that.
for diabetics, right?
Yeah.
So it obviously has some kind.
That's the side effect, that you lose weight because you're not craving sugar and
Oh,
shit like
gotcha.
that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's managing your insulin levels. I'm guessing. If
Well,
it's
yeah,
for-
probably.
And it's wild how the intention of when they came out with it obviously was probably for something completely different.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, dude, well, this will fucking do this too. Like,
Yeah.
we got the insecure women market right now.
Yeah.
They'll fucking chew it up.
Bro, it's so bad.
Insane.
It is
Scary.
bad. But you see those stars, they fucking shrink like that, and you're like, what the fuck?
Just do the work, man.
That's all.
It's
And
work
you'll-
though. The
and
older
you'll
you
feel-
get,
you'll
the
feel
older you
better
get,
for it.
Yeah,
the
feel
older
better
you
for
get, the more work. Because Christina Aguilera had gained like a good amount of good
She
weight.
got big.
She
Blew
looked
up.
good though. I thought
She got
I
it
was-
all the right
she
places.
Was thick, yeah. You know what I mean? She had that Aguilera, you know,
Aguilera.
that Latin
That
Aguilera.
Aguilera.
But right, and then now you see, you're like, oh my god, it's scary.
It's not good.
It's not good, man. And it sucks that they don't feel like that's good. You know what I mean? Like, because they see that you know all that shit's ingrained in them, that like
Hollywood,
body and
the image,
fucking
the imagery, and
Yeah,
just this culture too. America is like people run to the medicine cabinet way too quick.
oh, of course they want a quick fix, bro.
I still refuse to take like an aspirin. I gotta really
I know.
be feeling like shit.
too.
To, like, I gotta have a banger of a headache to even do that.
Yeah.
I take aspirin because it goes away like that.
Yeah.
Like I've
Really?
never had anything work. Like when I
quick.
get headaches, yeah, my shits are fast, like gone. Like Jessica gets jealous and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that shit when I get
Quick
a headache.
fix.
Fuck that, yeah.
I want to sit in my misery.
Yeah.
And remember why.
But I get
I
sick.
want to feel this pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get sick and
I
I
have a
don't take
headache 'cause I'm
anything.
a pussy.
I just let it run. I just let it run its course and shit. You know what I mean? Like anytime I'm sick, I barely take the Robitussin or whatever.
It takes a lot to even make me go to like a doctor or something. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, I gotta be dying,
I
yeah.
fight through it.
I truly
as
don't trust
best
them
as I
anymore.
can. How can you?
I'm on that Joe Rogan train.
How can
Like
you?
I'm sorry, I am. I went because perfect example. I do one checkup a year.
Okay.
And then I see a cardiologist because I have heart problems, or not heart problems, but like it runs in my family.
Gotcha.
So just make sure
Stay on
everything's
top
clear.
of it.
Yeah. I went to go see my doctor, and high blood pressure runs in my family for forever. And even when I was in my 20s, they wanted to put me on meds, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do this the natural way. I'm gonna just eat right, exercise. Had it under control for a really long time. I hit my 40s, started kind of eating a little shitty again. It popped back up, and they're like, listen, we got it. You're in your 40s now. You should probably start taking something, like a low dose thing. I'm like, cool. Took it, started taking it. Really wasn't doing much.
Right.
Wasn't doing shit. Go see my doctor this year, and he's like, yo, we got to get you your blood work because it's not doing anything for you, so we gotta figure out your meds. Didn't ask me one question about
what you ate.
how how much I drink, what I eat, anything like that. They were just like, we just need to do your blood work so we can fuck these meds up. Fuck with these meds.
Pill pushers.
Right? So I went home. I was like, you know what? I know I'm not fucking eating right all the time. All I did was Google best foods for blood pressure and supplements for blood pressure. Magnesium,
Yeah.
beets, cashews, like all shit I fucking like anyway.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, green tea, all this shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. 2 weeks, I had it down into normal range.
It's wild. It's wild because again, it is 9 times out of 10, it's the change of one behavior or two.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
your fucking life
That's it.
is completely different. All
But it's
those
also the-
ailments and everything.
Yeah, the
goes
kickbacks.
away
Like
that.
they're not allowed to pay these doctors, but you're allowed to get fucking game tickets,
Yeah.
vacations,
Dinners, all the fancy shit,
all
yeah.
kinds of shit. So
Yeah.
they get all kinds of perks for fucking pushing this stuff, and the more you push it,
And they give perks.
Perks.
they get Percocets.
And the perks. They want a medicated society too. It goes back. It's the same thing as the banking scam. It's
Yeah.
like they're fucking. We're gonna lock you in this debt. We're gonna lock you in disease and fucking.
Well, you have a whole
unhealthy
song, Narcan, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like, it's a fucking epidemic.
And it affected. I mean, I'm sure all of us. We all know somebody who
Yeah.
has had that in their life. And I don't know. I mean, the I don't want to say the inspiration because it's not an inspiring topic, but the story behind that. I don't know if you remember that doctor on New York Avenue. This is back when you see those shows
Yeah.
like Dope Sick and like all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
like
You
that,
got
like,
arrested.
when that stuff came out. Yeah, like that. They were really fucking doing that.
Yeah.
You showed up with an
Lines.
X-ray. Didn't even have to be yours. write you a script, fucking hand it out. The doctor that got locked up, I mean, I'm not gonna mention names, but he had his son just meeting people in fucking like in parking
like a
lots
drug dealer, yeah.
with the fucking pad. It was ridiculous.
God.
It was ridiculous. I had a person that owed me money, and they're like, well, I don't have the money to pay you. He's like, but they gave me the script. They're like, but take this script, go get it filled, and then, so I was like, I gotta sell these fucking things to
giving me
get
an
my
errand
money
and
back.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
job.
that.
Listen to this. This was like towards the end of it when everyone started catching on.
Yeah.
I might as well handed fucking 6 different pharmacists a fucking knock joke because every single one of them, this guy was flagged in all of their systems. Like I drove like into fucking Philadelphia just to try, and then didn't even end up getting filled. But I was like, dude, this is way too much work. I was like, this is worth it.
Not that, but like at that point, you're kind of like, I could probably get in trouble for
I don't
this
even
shit.
want the
Yeah.
fucking money. Yeah, it's like now I'm on cameras walking into like 6 different CVSs. It was fucking shady and weird. But yeah, that song kind of came out of that, and I mean, lost quite more friends than I would have liked to.
Oh, yeah.
From the fucking drugs, but it was insane. How
It's crazy.
They just sent it out. The doctors
They don't
did
care. Like we used
Doctors did
to.
it. It's not the fucking
we're
heroin
but we're
dealer
supposed
on
to
the
trust these
corner.
motherfuckers,
It was
dude.
the doctor fucking putting you in a grave.
Yeah.
We used to. This EMT used to go to one of our gyms, and he was, with the Narcan, he was like, you'd be surprised. He's like, there's some people that we revive them 3
And
times
they
a
wanna
month,
fucking-
4 times a month. He's like, we're already on first name basis. It's like, oh fuck, Scott again. You know what I mean? Like,
And they
it's-
come out of it and want to fight you.
Yeah.
I actually took the EMT course. Very interesting course. Learned a lot. I didn't end up becoming an EMT because obviously that job fucking sucks. I mean, you got to be. It doesn't really pay well. It's like you just got to really be dedicated.
Like, you
to
wanna-
helping.
You want to have PTSD for really low pay?
Yeah, for nothing. And you want to walk into some of the fucking shittiest conditions. Like I did a couple ride-alongs, and most of it's public assist. You go into like people's houses and they're bedridden, and you feel fucking horrible, like hoarder places. You just want to
The smell. I
shower.
can't imagine
Yeah,
the smell.
It's horrible. But yeah, the junkies, because you can't force them to go to the hospital. There's a big thing with that. You can't, and 9 times out of 10 they don't want to go. But when you revive them, they want to fight you. They're fucking mad because you ruined their high.
Yeah. You fucked up their high.
You're like, bro, you're knocking on death's door,
Yeah.
and they get pissed off at you.
My boy was telling me a story. I guess he had a house in AC, and this dude was like fucking, like pretty much like fucking fishing out on his fucking sidewalk, and he called the fucking cops. They came and Narcaned him, woke him up, and he said he woke up because he was sitting there on the porch. He woke up, and the dude started. He's like, "Yo, fucking asshole." He's like, why the fuck you call the cops?
Pissed.
He's like, you were dying. He's like, fuck you, narc. It's like, oh my God.
That's how fucking bad it is, man. That's fucking crazy.
They're like, but it was the best feeling.
It was so great and you almost dead.
It felt so good.
Almost died.
Walking that thin line.
Yeah. How scary is that though? That's your life. Is like that, like you're dying and that's
You'd
the best
rather-
feeling you can get.
I can't understand. I mean, it's like I've done my fair share of experimentation, but like taking pills, honestly, that was the one thing like where I did it, like when it was, because everyone was doing it at the time, it scared me.
Yeah.
Like the first time, like I didn't like that itchy fucking pill high
Yeah.
where you're like scratching and shit.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And more importantly, I came to the realization too, I was like, this is dangerous. I'm not going to fuck with this, but I also know that there's going to come a day, in my life where I'm going to need this medicine for what it's really for.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be...
And you want to
sorry.
understand it. And
Yeah,
be-
I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. You're in recovery, and we don't want you to fucking slip back. I was like, if I, God forbid, I get in some fucked up accident, and you got pain, and you need it for the pain management, I want to be at least able to like, give me the goods,
Yep.
make me comfortable. But no, yeah, it was wild. I couldn't, and I had friends at the time, like they were like throwing 10 in a night. You guys, are
God,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
Yeah, we had a few back in the day.
Yeah.
And they get mad
That
at you
were-
too. You're like, they're like, damn, like you really think you need that many? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I can stop. And you're like, whoa. Like, I'm just saying, maybe save 5 for
Yo, the
tomorrow.
fucking edge, man.
Yeah.
Like I've had Percocet like after surgery and shit.
Yeah.
And like took one. I never filled another prescription for it or
No,
anything. I
it's
never took
not-
the rest of it. And I'm like, I hated that feeling. Like, yeah, you're sleepy and you're relaxed, but yeah, that itching shit.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand.
I
that
don't
shit.
like them
Now,
Yeah.
at all.
I did it once. I never did it again.
Yep. I never did it recreationally. I
No,
I
me
bust
neither.
I snapped my radius in half when I was a kid, and they had me on them for a while for that, and I didn't like the feeling. I really
No,
didn't.
it's
I didn't
not-
like the
it's
feeling
not-
it gave me. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit.
It's not an enjoyable high. It's not like it's not
it's
like
like
you're out.
dopey.
You're out at the bar in the club. It's like you're like nodding the fuck out. It's
Yeah.
not. This
Yeah.
isn't. But again, like I was like, I don't understand. And it takes you so quick. Like the addiction sets in. You're shocked at how quick like, your body develops that dependency
need,
to
yeah.
it. And then to the point where it's like again the withdrawals. Like they just don't want to face that pain. You know, like I don't want to feel like shit. Like, but when you coming from an aspect of someone who's never been there, I guess I'll never know. And thank God I don't.
Yeah.
But you're like, can't you just suffer through like maybe 2 days of feeling like complete shit? Like pretend you got the fucking flu and get it out and
Stay in
go
bed.
about your life.
Be
People
miserable.
are-
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling you,
all.
man, people are.
Sweat, get cold, fucking.
Yeah, but that's the
throw
thing.
up.
Is like those that you create this work. You create this thing where like this idea that any kind of adversity is
Insurmountable.
you can't take it.
And you shouldn't have to. I think
shouldn't
that's
have
another
to.
thing of like the
Yes.
entitlement of even. I mean, not to say addiction doesn't happen in other countries, but I think it's still like uniquely an American thing. Like I shouldn't have to feel like shit.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Well, sometimes you have to.
what's your fucking other option?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna fucking die
Exactly.
penniless on the fucking street somewhere and steal from your friends and all that other fucking horrible
Yeah,
shit.
become a completely different person.
Yeah, it's that weird. Like no one wants to feel like shit. No one wants to. And I get it. Like I get you don't want to feel like shit, but sometimes feeling like shit is good.
What makes you appreciate
Because
it?
lets you
it
know
makes you
you're
appreciate when
alive.
you don't.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 46. I have like 4 good days a month,
Yeah.
but I appreciate them because I've been through some shit.
Yeah. No, seriously. Like my back is always fucked up.
Yeah,
Just
you're
my
always-
lower back and like.
Oh,
my neck
shout
and
out to
shit.
Kenny, man. It's
Yeah.
fucking dying over there. It's fucking
Yeah,
his
he's-
back is fucked up, dude.
He'll be back. He's doing good. I like
Yeah.
it. I like that
I'm glad that he's on something.
the
To,
peptide shit's working
yeah.
for him. But yeah, it's like, dude, like when I wake up and my back doesn't hurt, I'm like, oh,
You're like,
fuck.
great
I'm like, I'm
fucking
getting some-
day.
I'm like, I'm gonna go do jujitsu and fuck this up
Great
again.
fucking day. Yeah. Let me
You know what I mean?
like let's see if I can make this feel like shit.
Let's see what we can
tomorrow
do to fuck this up.
morning. I want that fucking darkness back in the morning.
Yeah, it's weird. You're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna get some shit done now.
Yeah.
And it's always shit
And
that's
you're
gonna
hard
fuck
on
you
it.
back up.
Yeah, you're
but it's
hard
like,
on it.
It's kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's kind of life.
And it is. I
It's like
think
an
because
analogy.
well,
Life.
your good days, your great days are fucking way less than your horrible, shitty, mediocre. Most of like your day to day is mundane, nothing, just drifting through. So it is. It's like when you're having a fucking great day, you're like, this is fucking awesome. But you know
great.
it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
You even get nervous when it's too good. You're like, oh, something fucking terrible. some fucked up shit is
Something
coming,
bad's gonna
man.
happen.
Something bad.
This is gonna happen.
But it's what that's life. That is, and the people who understand that, I think, are the ones that appreciate the stuff. Like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna take the Ozempic. I'm gonna go to the fucking gym because I'm gonna.
You know there's not an easy way out.
No.
You've accepted that there's not an easy way out of it. And I feel like the more people, if you're able to accept that, you're going to do better in life because you're going to do the hard thing.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna choose. Yeah, you're gonna.
You're gonna
choose
feel
the
better too if you
difficult-
work for something.
Yeah.
yeah. You're going to do the hard thing, and that's going to make you do the next hard thing.
Yeah.
That's going to make you do the next, because you're going to get through it and be like, oh, that wasn't even that hard.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah.
And then you start getting fucking cocky about I like knocking shit out the park now.
Yeah.
Now you're just like you're sitting there like at the fucking batting cage of life, just like throw it at me, throw it at me.
Exactly.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You appreciate it. It's good.
Yeah, there's no, the pill thing, like all the easy, quick fix pill shit, it's got to, the whole mindset needs to stop.
Yeah.
There's beauty in the struggle.
Yeah.
And it seems extreme when they want to stop shit like this.
Yeah. Like look at young girls fucking getting their fucking face all shot up
I
and
can't
shit.
stand that either. That does not like where I don't know who's telling these. Like I don't know.
It's
what
other
magazine.
women, dude.
I don't know.
It's other women.
But is it self? I think it's sabotage because these girls
course.
aren't friends. It's like you
No.
really don't fucking.
No.
You're not trying to help. These
But
bitches.
no,
You
what I'm
want them-
saying is other women, like women tell you that's good. Like women in celebrities or women in show business and shit that are doing that shit.
that
Like,
makes sense because there's no way that men are going around like, look at that.
yeah, like
Look at that ass. That
like
doesn't
what
match the
really turns
legs
you on?
them.
What really turns you on? Oh, these fucked up shaped lips like that these girls have. Like,
Like Meg Ryan on the suit. You saw Meg Ryan on
oh,
the suit?
she did the
Oh,
new
that
commercial.
commercial. He looked like shit too. I mean, but he's old as fuck.
Probably
He's
70
like-
fucking years old, man.
Fat. They put him in the tightest
He doesn't
fucking white
care.
sweater. It's like you could have gave him a little.
He
something.
didn't give a fuck
No, he
though.
did not.
He was
wanted
like, "I'll
that.
still do this
I'll take the
commercial."
check.
You know what I mean?
Give me that.
Her, she had to fucking, you know what I mean? And it,
She looked like a lion.
Yeah.
her cheeks are fucking injected. like,
But the
all that
wild
shit.
thing too is like these are 20-something-year-old girls.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Don't need this shit. It's like, yo, you're fucking up. You're gonna look 83 by the time you're 30 because of what you're doing. You're stretching the fucking. It's like, yo, put some moisturizer and you're good. Why are you getting the injections?
Make sure your moisturizer has FPF.
Yeah,
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
that's it.
And it's like I feel like I look at them weird. Like you'd be pretty if you didn't have that. Like that for me, that's like a weird thing.
It
I'm
looks
like,
almost alien. It looks extra.
We always say they look like lions, especially the older because they fill this up and then
Yep.
they fucking shits are out here.
You saw pictures of Jeff Bezos woman before she got all that shit done.
Yeah.
To her face, dude, she's gorgeous.
the one that he's with now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Gorgeous.
Now she looks like a
She
fucking
looks
Muppet.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks insane. She looks like a fucking robot. Like,
She's like a Muppet.
yeah.
It's all like her lips go from here to here. Like it's fucking weird.
It doesn't make any
And
sense.
she's still craving. Look at all that. She's married to one of the richest people in the world and still craving attention. You go to the fucking White House in a bra, like you're still fucking looking.
It's never enough.
It's never enough, man. It's like, what the fuck? You won.
And women in general, I think, are just so afraid of like the sands of time. Just like they very few of them know how to age gracefully and just like, hey man, just be a beautiful looking,
Older woman.
55-year-old.
Yeah, why not?
It's
Like
really
under-
not
yeah.
that hard.
Embrace it.
Yeah,
You know.
and I think you'll be better off. But yeah, they are. That's probably their biggest fear. If you
And that's
ask- if
another
you ask
thing.
them
Like,
honestly,
I feel like older women are looking better
Yeah.
older. Like, than they were, back in the day. Like, everybody looked old. You had some fucking kids, pictures of kids in the 20s that look like they look like they're fucking 60 years old. They're like 8. They have like hard lines on their faces. You're like, God damn.
Working in the coal mines.
Yeah, exactly. Working period. Like at that age, you know what I mean? You're fucking 8 years
kindergarten
old.
wasn't kind to you. It's fucked up.
But you have like good-looking older women that take care of themselves. Like
It's
the gym
possible.
is becoming a thing. Yes,
It's possible.
It is
you
possible.
don't have to buy it. And then like, why now? Like you're 20 years old, man.
I'm also blown away. How do you afford the upkeep?
Yeah,
Like a
You gotta
$50
do that shit every.
fucking haircut a month for me is like, fuck, I gotta go spend money on this shit.
Yeah.
Like
That's why I
they're
shave
like,
my head. Shit.
Yeah, you're like my nails, my fucking my eyebrows, all that shit, and then you get to your injections. Like, how do you afford being a
They
chick?
don't. This is the whole point. This is why they don't have any fucking money.
Some
They're all
poor
in debt.
Yeah.
some poor dickhead that she's cheating
Paying
on
for
is
it.
paying for it.
Exactly.
She's got 6 fucking guys.
Her husband is paying for her to look good for her boyfriend.
Well, we know how Bezos' wife is getting it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
He's
mean,
like, I got you.
No, but like, dude, some of the girls we work with, man, they're fucking they're driving around in a fucking Audi, fucking
Cars
that's
they can't afford.
300,000 miles on it because they have to be in an Audi.
yeah, and Botox is what, every 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, they're making good money.
Yeah,
but
they're
bozos
blowing
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're blowing it on the
Spending
dumb
it
shit.
just as fast.
Yeah, like they're.
Vacations.
I won't mention any names, but someone came to me and they're like, dude, my car broke down. I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's a fucking Audi.
Yeah. It was bound to happen. When was the last time you fucking changed
Yeah.
the oil? When was the last time you did
No way,
anything-
really?
anything for it?
No, stick with your 1-year leases.
That's
right?
it.
Stop trying to
Fucking
buy
timing
Audi.
belt snaps because it's got 800,000 miles on it.
Because he drove to California last week.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I can't
But
believe it.
it's just funny, because it is. I'm super fucking shrewd with my money.
Yeah.
I look at everything as like the way I look at no matter what, like I still have fun. I still want to have, but like things that don't fucking matter.
Yeah, but you
to
have
me-
fun your way.
Yeah,
Right.
You have money to have fun your way.
exactly. And I don't know, and I've seen some people we work with, man. Like it's your fucking money, man. Do whatever the fuck you want, but
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit when when you're fucking broke because you did a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the frivolous spending, I mean, especially for me, I was never really big on it, but it's like it's gone really out the window. It's like I don't need for much. I don't really, and again, working in the industry, it's like I very rarely go out. It's like that's a
Because you're out when you work.
Yeah, it's like I'm here. It's like I'm already here. I've done 6 hours in it. It's like I want to go to fuck home.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is. But again, the women who can blow through it as quick as they get it and they make it back, you're like, all right, God
They
bless
think it's
you.
always going to be there.
They do.
They think it's always
That's
gonna be there.
the mindset you got to get out of your fucking head.
Yeah, I got to get out of that mindset too.
No, you always figure something
guilty of
out,
it.
but that much money, we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Because when we first started working at our place, the money was like a fucking spigot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't spend it fast
Yeah.
enough. You know what I mean? And we were fucking dumb young kids, and we were out spending it and doing dumb shit with it. And I look back, I'm like, fuck, bro.
You're like, you know where I'd fucking be right now?
Yeah, if I
took just like a fraction of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And got on it earlier.
I made a couple good decisions, but I also made a lot of bad ones, And it's, going out, Dude, we used to go out every fucking night. I'd have like $200-$300 in my pocket to blow.
And it was impossible not
To
to.
blow.
You're getting done at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you can't flip that switch off. You can't just fucking go sit at the house. So you're like, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
My nights off was those, and we partied every night. You went out every single night at that age, from like 25 to 30. That's all that's what you did, you know. And yeah, I look at that. I'm like, wow. I was dumping probably.
It was fun while it lasted.
I was probably blowing $1,000 a week at the fucking bar.
That's insane.
To think about that.
That's fucking
And when you
crazy.
think of like the shit like bottle service, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like that's kind of dipped off. I don't know. Like I haven't worked in that environment in quite some time.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they
like,
can't
the
sell that
idea
out.
of spending $700 for a bottle of like shit that you can get in the store for $80.
Yeah.
What?
But it's at that age. Like
Yeah.
you said, you spent $1,000 a week when
I
you were
don't think so.
25.
I actually just thought about that.
Still.
So maybe it wasn't that much.
Still,
but
you
it-
blew
close.
but you would without fucking batting
Thinking
an eye.
twice about it.
That's what I'm saying. But now, like a lot of those kids aren't in our industry and they're broke. So the idea of spending $1,000 on a fucking $50 bottle
Yeah. It must
to,
seem.
to have a seat at a club, which is the dumbest fucking.
Well, that's culture.
Exactly,
That's
but
the
it's
culture.
but it's dwindling, man. And I think we have the opportunity to fucking really capitalize on it, and we just have the shittiest marketing management fucking combo ever.
Yeah,
You could literally right now hire a fucking high school DJ. They're all playing the same fucking music anyway.
Yep.
You can make drinks cheaper, and you can get rid of all that fucking dance.
And the people
stand
are coming
around
no
and
matter
dance
what.
like everybody
That's
else
the thing.
used
It's
to
like
do.
that kind of environment is like people are coming out. It's the weekend. They're coming out.
Yeah.
They need something to do. So you're right. You don't have to blow it out.
No.
Retarded.
To have a good time, dude,
Yeah.
you would pack that place every day. If you didn't, you know what I mean? If you didn't give people minimums, like that scares people too.
That's
like,
when everything changed.
To get a table, I gotta spend $2,000. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they make you
And then
pay
you
it
can't
before
have,
you even get anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't have 10 of you
crazy.
do it either, right? It can't be 10 of you.
No, it goes
It's
by the
got to
amount
be
of
like.
people.
But that's what I'm saying. It has to be like 6 or 5 or whatever fit to one fucking booth.
Yeah.
It's dumb. And then they crowd the dance floor. But their dance floor is so small because they have fucking bottle
All that
service
shit
tables
around.
all around the edges.
Empty tables.
And that's the thing. Like, why do I want to go to a club and sit and watch other people? Like,
It's
the brokest people in those places are having the best time.
yeah.
Yeah. But it
Because
is,
they're
like you
gonna go
said,
to the
it's
bar.
to be seen. You just,
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
a status thing. It's like I got this money. I want to fucking throw it around. You're gonna have probably the worst time of your life. Like I never understood.
You
the
attract the
allure,
shittiest
like,
people, too.
Yeah, it's like, and you can't like talk to bitches. You can't really kick it to anybody. You're fucking screaming in an ear. It's like it's horrible.
Yeah.
I was never.
The heyday of nightclubs was before smartphones, because it became something to like flex about rather,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, rather than actually go and experience.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
So
that's
back
all.
then,
Everybody's got
I
their
mean-
phone recording each other fucking dancing and shit.
exactly. No one gave a shit. No one was fucking. You know, someone might have had like one of those like fucking like little
Disposable
like
cameras and shit.
Yeah, or like the little digital ones.
What
Yeah,
are they?
yeah, yeah.
Fucking like a GoPro kind of.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
like you take.
but you
pictures.
experience the night because you can't look at those pictures or try to post them or you know.
Yeah,
you
you're
gotta
not
fucking-
posting. You're not sitting on your fucking phone the whole fucking time posting like, oh, look at me doing Instagram Live. You look like a fucking asshole, dude.
You
Like,
do, but they only look like assholes to us because to each other, that's
yes,
their
that's what they're
fucking.
doing. Yeah.
That's their fucking thing. But you can make your place different, and that's how I feel like we have the opportunity to make our place different. It's a fucking nice ass place, but you're seeing that bottle service is dwindling. You have to notice the numbers. You have to.
You gotta see it just
Of
in.
course.
It takes
someone knows.
Well, it
Yeah.
takes a ridiculous entertainer or this huge DJ that you're paying fucking 25 grand for 2 hours.
More than that.
That's what I'm saying. But somebody huge to sell out those tables.
And you don't even make the money
So
back.
there's no
and
way.
you're breaking even like Costco gas.
There's no way,
Right?
dude. There's no way they're making money.
Fuck.
There's no way they're making money.
This isn't Costco.
I think
Exactly.
that was even relevant back when I was there. I think like you heard like mutterings of that. It's like it's not they're not in it for the money. I think it's just an amenity for a lot of places. Like they want to have it to offer to
Yeah.
certain people who can fucking come in and do it, and in the hopes that hey, you'll go, spend money somewhere else.
Yeah, but you could
Down the line.
fucking crush, man.
But that's the whole point. Is like you could do that and
And
still
make
make
money.
money. And still make money when on the outside, and it'll bring more people.
Everything, dude. You make money. You have a different place than anybody else in the city. You have fucking, somewhere where kids can go and enjoy themselves and not fucking break the bank. Maybe you'll spend $100 on drinks and shit. You know what I mean? Because everything's fucking $18.
Yeah.
But you're not sitting there forced to spend $2 grand And then you might feel like shit afterwards. You're like, yeah, I spent $2,000. I didn't even fucking.
Oh, you definitely wake up with that buyer's remorse.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
God, what the fuck did I do? For?
Yeah, exactly. I would fucking
ATM
clear
receipts and shit. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I would
Christ.
clear that shit out. I would hire a fucking regular, pretty good DJ, pay him a fucking salary, and
I think a lot of good ideas, like you say, like things like
Yeah.
that. A lot of places, bigger things. Like we've always Atlantic City's is tough because you
Yes.
kind of get bullied around by the casinos. Like not
Yeah.
very few live
compete, yeah.
local venues. Like Anchor Rock does a real good job.
Yeah.
Like I've done a couple shows there. They've done a real good job at letting people from the area come in and shine and promote your own show. But like a casino, like a lobby bar, it's like they're never really gonna let. Like they hold the keys and they kind of throw their fucking weight around and they don't want to hear if you come to them like a real good hey man, why don't we do this?
Yeah, they want to just deal with the booking agent, let them fucking figure it out.
Yeah,
Put
You might
whoever
get,
in here.
Oh, great idea, and then you'll never nothing will ever come of it. It's a shame because again, there's a lot of potential and this area does have promise, but mismanagement from every level.
Yes.
City government is just
Oh
fucking-
God,
Dude.
all the shit that we fucking lose, like last year, no beach concerts, no air show, no nothing, no money. That summer sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it was really
nobody was
rough.
greasing the wheels supposedly.
Did you hear? There was some guy. I guess there's a Republican running for governor coming up, and he actually said he's like, we need a Doge in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was like, can
Yeah.
you start with Atlantic City right off the bat?
Yeah.
Because the fact that this town is a piece of shit with the amount of gaming revenue it
And
fucking
it supplies. I mean, it's got to be the majority of tax revenue for the state.
It doesn't come to us. That's what we
That's
talk
what
about
I
all the
know.
time. It goes to North Jersey.
That's insane.
Hey, you're up. You all right? Lay back
That's
down.
insane.
3 more circles.
Yeah.
You got it.
Like the
Yeah.
amount of money that town generates.
Yeah.
That place should be. It should be fucking beautiful. Clean fucking places. So many fucking things to do. They should be dumping so much more of that tax revenue
Dude,
back into the city to make it a fucking destination.
Before we were able to do sports betting in Atlantic City, taxes were like $12 million a month. I can't imagine what it is now. That's just taxes. From how many casinos we have now? 7?
Yeah.
7 casinos. 7 times fucking, let's say it's less. Let's say it's $10 million. That's $70 million a month that the Atlantic City does not get. It's insane.
Yeah.
And the place looks like shit. And again,
Yes.
you would think just from from a governance standpoint, it's like, why wouldn't you want this place to look
Attract
crisp
more
and clean?
people.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like,
everybody win?
fuck.
We always say the same shit. We're like, what the fuck?
It's wild.
That
is.
brings in that you're just bringing in this much money, and you're sending it all to North Jersey for what?
Yeah.
What are you sending it up there
what
for?
is- and then
No.
Why not put it back here? At least some of it, so you can generate more fucking money.
That guy that you said that was running, was it the same guy that ran against Murphy last time?
What's his name? I
He
actually.
came out. He was like, no one's ever when he ran against Murphy. I don't think anyone ever heard of him, but he came pretty close to beating him. Begins with an S, like an Italian.
Fuck. Who did I send it
last
to?
name.
I know I sent it to somebody. Oh, here it is. Here, I'll actually play it. I'll just play it. Somebody said.
Oh,
We had the New Jersey Chamber event. We did a candidate forum, and I think I may be the first candidate for governor to get booed. 2/3 of the audience were Democrats, and I brought up the need for NJ Doge. And let me tell you that, right? Krista Phillips just sponsored a bill. That's coming. NJ Doge, we need that. So, I said I want to call Elon Musk on the first day, and they didn't like it. So when the Democrats are booing, you're on the right
you're
track.
over the target. Yeah. It's like if you're pissing those guys off,
Yep.
you got to be on to something.
His name's Bill Spadilla.
Spadilla.
Spadilla, yeah.
Yeah, so you were right. That's Italian.
Spadilla got some ideas.
I mean, I'm not fucking against it, man. Like, I think that
Anything
everything
that'll
needs to be
help-
looked in.
Anything that'll help the town that generates the income retain some of it.
Just give it back. Make sure the people who fucking are helping generate this fucking revenue have a fucking good job to go back to.
Yeah.
You know,
Job security. Like,
That town has been a shithole forever.
For a long time.
Long time.
And there's no reason why it shouldn't thrive.
We have a fucking super corrupt fucking mayor, super corrupt fucking city council. It's a fucking disaster. You know?
What's going on with he's got to be fucking, is his day of reckoning coming soon or what?
I don't know, man. I keep hearing shit and then nothing
Yeah.
ever
Nothing
happens.
ever happens. Yeah.
Indicted.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
gets indicted and nothing happens. I mean, but
Atlantic City's always been like that, though.
It's such a shame.
It's such
because
a
I
shame.
love Atlantic City. I fucking love it. I do.
It's the only place you can kind of, there are different things to do, but not enough things to do. And people don't patronize when you do have something cool like that because they're afraid to go. You hear bad shit like, oh, there's crime and all that shit. You can't be on that boardwalk in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But you really can't. I mean, you should have a bigger police force. That's the first thing that should go to.
Well, that right off the bat, when
And
a
then-
fucking police force doesn't align with the fucking administration,
Yeah.
you already know it's a fucking,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah.
The police force hates him.
Yeah.
They can't stand him because he fucking hates them.
Yeah.
He treats them like
money,
shit.
but he takes the money out
Yeah.
of their funding. They need shit. Just like us. Like, we need shit to do our jobs. They need
They're
shit to
not
do
giving
their
them the
job.
shaker tins, man.
right.
Where's the fucking cops?
That's
The
it.
cops want their stirs and shaker tins, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
That's all.
man. And, you
They
you
got
pay.
zip ties. That's you give them
No.
fucking
And you're
nightsticks
policing a
and zip
city
ties.
that makes so much money
Yeah.
for the state. And
It's
you don't.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Well, there was that one time when the state almost took over. Back, like, that was, when the fuck was that, 08? Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
And the state almost stepped in, like, actually almost took over. I'm like, this is going to get even worse.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
gonna be
I
even
was-
worse. Yeah,
even
they're
at the
not doing
time, I
any
was like,
better.
Fucking
this
Trenton?
this doesn't seem like a solution.
They're not doing any better.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, we got to bring, I don't know. I'm liking what's happening just in this country because it's starting to kind of be like, hey, the corruption is way too much now. The spending is fucking out of control.
They just got blocked too. Like
For
a
1
judge?
week.
The judge.
1 week.
So that's it.
1 week. He blocked it.
But then
week.
he can't.
And he was an Obama appointed federal judge.
The problem with that too is like, bro, it's like he's
You knew that
like
phone
when
call
you're
came through.
trying to, it's like when you're trying to stop the head of the executive branch with an executive agency. It's like, what fucking grounds do you have to pump the brakes on any of that?
Exactly.
Like, that's his shit. It's
Yep.
like, and even if you want to, hey, stall, delay, whatever you want to do. It's
Yeah,
like the bottom line
even
is-
Jon Stewart said like his power is in the Constitution. Like, you gave him the power
Now
to
you're
do
mad.
this. Yeah, now you're mad. Like, this is why you choose a president, for these executive, powers. Like
And
you
I
said.
think, honestly, too, it's like, I think, the majority of the American public love the fact to see something being done. You've gone through 4 years of like nothing
Yeah.
fucking happening. Like, all
Yeah.
like only the most horrible shit. You're like, oh, another war? These guys are fighting. It's like, and no one's doing anything.
Yep.
So again, like within 2-3 weeks in, this guy's like, yo, bro, like we're looking into this shit. He's like, and the transparency is great because you are showing people like, yo, this is what these motherfuckers have been spending your fucking money on. It's like, if you're cool with that, fine. You can have an opinion one way or another whether you think it's a good use. Like, but a lot of people are like, why are we? Again, it's like people in North Carolina lost their fucking homes. Like, you're giving them $700.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this shit's going over there. So I think a lot of people are really kind of waking up to the idea of broad scale. Like,
Yeah.
you're pissing all of our shit away on,
Yeah.
on
And
useless stuff.
the only people I hear complaining, and I'm not talking about politicians, like regular people who are like Democrats complaining, are conveniently forgetting all the things that are being uncovered, like the waste.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, they're getting rid of the Department of Education. Your education is going to be bad now." I'm like, all right, well, you're also conveniently forgetting that ever since the Department of Education has been founded, that test scores have gone down.
Not only that, they cut so many fucking teachers. Like, your classroom went from fucking 20 kids to 30 or 35,
have- yeah.
and you don't have the
You don't have the
fucking shit to
staff.
do. You don't have the what is it? The strainers.
yeah,
you don't have the, you don't have the
got the
shakers,
strainers.
bro. What the fuck?
Shakers and strainers, dude.
Shakers and strainers for
But it's wild.
books. Like, now they're online and everybody, but still, like, books. Like, you can't get fucking basic ass shit to fucking teach these kids. Like,
No.
you're frustrating the shit out of these teachers.
Everything is being
And then when they
conveniently
start,
forgotten.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then they start not caring, the teachers, and then you're saying that they're doing a bad job. You don't pay them shit. You don't give them the tools they need to do a good job, and then you say, hey, by the way, you're starting to suck at teaching our fucking kids. Like, yeah, it's like you're not giving me any reason to fucking.
And to your point too, it's like when you hear the people that are upset about what's going on, it's like a lot of their arguments aren't on the merit of what's being uncovered. It's like, hey man, we're showing them this, and they'll attack like, oh well, Elon was never elected. Like, well, what the fuck does that change the fact that you're being exposed
Exactly.
for the dumb shit? It's like,
But
no
he's
one
not
cares.
in there auditing.
Yeah,
He's
no.
got a team.
Yeah.
He hired fucking accountants, these fucking genius kids, and everybody's like, oh, they're 20 years old. Who gives a fuck how old
have
they are?
access to your
They know how
social
to do
security
numbers.
number.
What are they
It's
gonna
like
do?
the social security number that's been hacked from a million different government agencies.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
1,000 times over.
they've been had all your data. You fucking gave them permission with that terms and fucking shit.
Yeah.
You fucking gave it.
Every time you click,
They've always had your information. This
Yeah.
isn't fucking new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how many data breaches have there been?
every credit card company to one degree or another has had all their shit.
And this is from hackers,
Yeah.
not kids trying to figure out why U.S. aid is sending fucking $54 billion to go fund a fucking gay opera in fucking Transylvania. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. It doesn't. I don't care if he has my fucking social security number.
That's the least of my ways. Like, I'll give it to you if we can get some of that
That's
money
what I'm
back.
saying.
I get some of that 54 billion back.
Yeah, that's all.
It's like
So it goes to people who fucking need it in North Carolina and L.A. and fucking Hawaii. I'm cool with it. You can have my social
Perfect.
security number. What else you want to know?
you're even cooler. You're like, I'm still fucked, but at least that money's getting. You know what I mean? Like because we're paying out this fucking money and it's not fucking. Our infrastructure's not any better. Our fucking. We're paying for more and getting less.
And it's wild too.
So but the fact that you're fucking just throwing it away, literally throwing it away.
Yeah. It's
You know
not.
what I mean?
They're not throwing it away. It's 100% a money laundering scheme, and we're going to see
Of course.
it.
Yeah.
Of
Chelsea
course.
Clinton got $84 million through U.S. aid.
Yeah.
What did she need 84 million
For her
and
wedding.
It was
For her
filtered
wedding.
through the fucking Clinton Foundation.
Yeah.
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 How does that work?
They're
How's
funneling
that
it
not
through.
a conflict of interest?
Well, because that agency too, for the longest time, there's no oversight.
No.
It was created, and then they just gave them the fucking keys and let them do whatever they want.
The jokes
And
are the best.
Yeah, there
though.
were no one
like
was
people
saying-
coming up
Oh
with
my
the
God.
different departments.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. They were like, there was Department of Researching if the wheels go round and round.
Yeah.
It was, what was the one I sent you? That was
How much the
fucking-
woodchuck could chuck if the woodchuck could chuck wood? It's like I almost figured out how much wood the woodchuck could
No,
chuck.
the best was raindrops. Raindrops on the window racing. Like raindrop racing.
Dude.
You know what? And that's fucking great too. Like you got to give credit to these meme creators, man.
Oh,
They're on
dude,
it
they're
so
on it
fast. Like,
fast.
I wish. I was like, damn. I was like, if I just had another day, joke was on the tip of my tongue. These guys waste no fucking time getting.
That's
to
what
work.
they do, dude.
It's
and
great,
it's fucking
though. It's
great.
endless
It's
fucking
so funny,
entertainment.
man.
Like the internet, he's like, holy shit, you guys
Undefeated,
are good.
man. These motherfuckers
You
come
guys
up
are
with some
good.
shit. That's all they're doing is sitting there fucking coming up with shit.
Good
Yeah,
for
it's
them.
comedians, man.
If we can't fucking laugh, we'd all be crying.
It's fucking
Yeah,
crazy, man.
That's
it really is.
that's one of the changes that I kind of agree with. Like fucking let's see where it's going. You still have people that don't believe. Like like what? You're
They won't-
excusing. Yeah, they won't.
No matter
no
what.
accountability. It doesn't fucking matter.
I'm
you know
for
what I mean?
it too because again, for me, I think most of us are like results guys. Like we want to see shit getting done. It's like I want to see stuff getting done, and yeah, you're gonna break things or maybe fuck things up along the way. It's like, but consider me somewhat of a chaos agent. Like whatever, fucking shake the whole thing to its fucking foundation.
That's it.
Can't be any worse than the trajectory
not-
that it's already on.
They're more mad that there's nothing they can do about it
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Well,
he's got the support of every.
dude,
branch.
not that, but the majority of like 80% of fucking Americans are fucking on board with this,
Yeah.
something like that. And I forget who I was listening to. Someone was talking about like how Democrats keep holding on to these 20% issues.
Yeah.
Where like 80% of Americans are like, this is fucking stupid. But Democrats are like, no, this is the hill I'm going to die on.
They're
this
so
20
bought. They're too bought in. They're
Yeah.
too bought into it.
And
that
the
they
ones
can't.
like these 20% people, I see them all the time because I went to high school with some of them. And I really truly believe that they're not getting the information we're getting. Like they're completely hiding, like their algorithm has completely tailored themselves to nothing but left-wing propaganda.
They're in that echo chamber.
And they're not hearing any of it. Because I brought this up to I won't say who, but I brought up a fact, and she had never heard that before. I'm like, you've never heard this? See, that's not true. And I actually was like, give me 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. I just handed her the article. I was like, just read that. And this is also not from a right wing. I think it was on Politico.
Yeah, which ones?
No. It was Associated Press. It was AP.
Yeah, which ones are like they just do the news? Like Reuters,
Reuters?
Yeah.
Reuters, Politico.
Politico has been taking donations from.
Yeah. Press
From-
secretary dropped that bomb on them
So
while they were in the
look
room.
at
So that's also bought and sold by the federal
That's what I'm
government.
saying.
You
It's-
can't have that.
No.
I think too when it comes to like you said, like the people like on the left who don't know the information. I think a lot of it is also they're so locked in seeming, you know, virtuous and compassionate,
Yeah.
which is not a bad. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's like, but they can't abandon that in pursuit of like what's really fucking going on. It's like I know you want to be a good person, we all do. It's like, but when you're getting, you know, bent over and shit's fucked up, and you refuse to acknowledge it because you think that it's gonna impugn someone else or some class of people, it's like stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah, you don't need to make an excuse. You don't need to make an excuse for it. You just got to be like, if you're getting fucked, you just got to realize it. And I understand that knowing, like finding out that you've been fucked and that you've been lied to,
Sucks.
it sucks.
Yeah.
And like you don't have to go on like the defense because of it. You can just be like, all right, fuck it. Like let's change this. That's it. Let's change. All right, let's change this. I don't care who changes it. Just let's change it.
It's like they can agree on things need to change, but they can't, like you said, let go of those moral or virtuous issues that if you can believe something and still be a good you know what I mean, or go against something and still be a good person because that doesn't define you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we always talk about it. We're like, I'm not gonna get an abortion or whatever. I believe they have the right to do it or whatever. I don't understand the conservative fucking push to divide in that sense. You know what I mean? Because they still do it. They still bring it up. It's so stupid. And
It's such a moot issue.
Well, and it goes like again,
No.
it goes both ways. Is because like, all right, well, that's the hill you guys want to fucking like
That's
die.
yeah,
you know
but
what
that's
I mean?
the
Exactly.
thing.
No, you're right.
It
Some people are
consumes
so
you.
dug, you're dug in on whatever.
That's it
it's
consumes
like,
you. Yeah.
You gotta live in like I think it's the best to live in that gray, man. Be here. Be
Yeah, don't.
Be-
'cause then you don't
be
subscribe.
flexible. You know, be adaptable. Be
Yeah.
able to take a couple. You know, it's like again, like you said, like you know, not to bring up the abortion issue is like, but I don't know what fucked up situation it would have to be like for a woman to, you know, like I don't know your life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what happened to you, or it was like, but I can't. How can I say what you can and can't do when it's like I'm not there? So
No.
it's easy when you don't have to make.
But if you agree with something of the party that's also, you know what I mean? That they also believe this. It's like, yeah, people have many different
we
stances
can
on
all hold
different
a bunch of
issues.
shit in our head.
Yeah,
at the same
and
time.
you don't have to align with everything they say and everything. And that's the whole point. Is that
Yes.
you don't need to align with every single thing that this party stands for. And I think it's better you don't.
Yeah.
And you be outspoken about that and be like, I'm independent of both of you guys. I don't want to hear your shit.
Yeah.
I might think, okay, yeah, I agree with that. But I'm the first one to say, like, if I think that Trump is fucking up, I'm gonna
call
fucking
him out on it.
I'm gonna be like, fuck him. And so the first thing that where I was like, the whole Israel thing that started happening when he was like, he's gonna put American troops in Israel. It's like, that's not a fucking good idea.
Nope.
So what I did was I did a good dive on it. And I was like, all right, what could he possibly gain from doing this? Where's he going with it? And so I follow a bunch of guys who give like different angles. And one of the best angles I heard was it was kind of like a chess move for him.
Yeah.
You know,
Talking past the sale, they say it's like, hey man, I'm going to throw this wild fucking proposal out here because, again, it's a move to get us like, hey man, the people in that region, it's like, you guys need to fucking sort this out.
Yourselves.
Because what I'm
Yep.
saying right now is like, it can't go back to what it was prior to this because it's just it's a fucking endless cycle
Yeah.
of shit. It's like you'll stop for a couple years, but then it's like so something like again he is expressing, which everyone knows, like something needs to change in that region. Something needs to happen where it's like
yeah, those Arab countries need to come in and they need to do it themselves. That's their fucking region. They're the ones who need to take care of this. And he's like, this is the alternative.
we're coming in. It's like if
You want that to happen? And the first day he announced that, those motherfuckers were like, no,
Yeah,
we don't want that.
Think about that. The last thing you want in the middle of that is fucking Americans. Like they're like, stay out of our
Yeah,
shit.
because
Yeah.
all it's going to
They're
do
almost
is
there.
make more, is going to create more terrorism. And the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, all that area, they don't want that shit any more than they want it contained.
Yeah.
Fucking contain it, guys.
Yeah. Well, do it. Yeah. Do
There's
it.
no-
So
You
we
guys
don't have to. Yeah.
You guys have so much fucking oil money.
Trillions.
Figure it the fuck out.
Trillions.
Israel's not going anywhere. Palestine's not going anywhere. And Palestine's a fucking literally like a fucking rubble field.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awful. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
So things need to happen, man. But
It's obviously a very complicated thing, and I mean,
it's super crazy.
Like I don't. It's like I'd be speaking out of turn to say that we know anything like about the intricacies of it, but I think, you know, what the U.S. government expressed is true. Is like something different. There needs to be a different approach moving forward.
And if that's really what he was truly trying to accomplish, I think it's great. I think that was a smart move. If not, if he's really trying to fucking insert ourselves, our country into there to somehow
make money,
fuck that.
Yeah. I don't think
because that was that was part of the reason I fucking voted for him was that he didn't want to get involved in any more fucking wars.
I'm skeptical that I don't think that's.
That's what I'm hoping.
Again, you got to see. You got to watch.
I'll say I'll be the first one to admit if he fucking does it. I'll be the first one to fucking be on here being like anyone's fucking listening anyway. But I'll be the first one to say to everybody that's fucked up.
And that's an unpopular. I saw. I mean, I was the news today, like watching polling. It's an unpopular opinion. Fucking broad scale.
Yeah.
Like no Americans.
No, nobody wants it. This is not why we put you in here.
He knows that.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. People fucking shit on him. The dude he's fucking smart.
He's not a fucking dumb guy.
He's not a dumbass. No. He's not. You know, when he talks, sometimes I'm like, how are you this smart and speak like this?
Yeah.
Because he does. He just says whatever the fuck ever.
Yeah.
But.
That's the New Yorker in him, though, too.
Yeah.
Man.
If you get shit done, I don't give a fuck how you talk.
Results, man.
You know what I mean?
Results.
That's it. That's all I want to see is results. I don't want to hear you fucking talk. Because honestly, for the past, since we've been fucking kids, that's all we've gotten. It's a bunch of fucking dickheads talking.
Because everyone's just been, the government's just happy with the status quo. It's like, we're going to take your money, just keep you fucking quiet, keep you comfortable, try to keep your taxes low, keep your cost of living and shit in line. And as long as that continues the way, like, we were all willing to just turn a blind eye. But no, man, the past couple years from COVID was the biggest eye-opening fucking experience for me. I was never dialed into shit. I didn't care. Because again, I was like, hey, my job's still here. I'm making money. My bills are paid. My daughter's good. Everyone's fucking happy, blah, blah, blah. But then when you saw how quick they could turn the fucking switch off on your life, you're like, oh, who the fuck gave you guys the power to do this? I didn't remember any. So, yeah, I was like, I started paying a lot more attention. And I think a lot of people are, too. Because now, it's a different world. And everyone's like, yo, man, something's got to go.
Yeah. You started seeing the power flex and the power flex along with the complete disregard for logic.
Yeah.
Along with the policies that they were putting in place.
Yeah.
Like the masks. Like, if you sit down, you can take your mask off. But the second you stand up and walk over here, you got to put it back on.
They're like toddlers, but they were like toddlers trying to see how far they can push it.
They wanted to see. It was.
You know what I mean? And when people start freaking the fuck out, then you're like, whoa. Why are you freaking out? It's because, motherfucker, this shit don't make sense.
Yeah.
They closed the beach. Like, when they shut down the beach, they're like, well, don't you want people to... No, you want us in our fucking house? That's where you want us all, in the fucking house. Like, I can't go ride my bike on the fucking boardwalk. Like, when you saw the police, like, trying to wave that surfer in with, like, fucking videos, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you wasting
He's by himself in the middle of the
fucking ocean. And that was the thing. You're like, this is dumb. Yeah. He's like, you guys are dumb. You just exposed yourself as fucking idiot.
That's like... So... And I know this is the fucking very...
Unpopular.
It's a bad analogy, you know what I mean? But that type of power where they're telling you can't be in that fucking ocean right now because a bunch of people might get sick and there's no logic to it whatsoever, and you have police telling you that's when you start being like, this is turning into fucking like Nazi shit. This is weird.
It could have gone a completely different way. I think a lot of, again, it's like...
But people were like, no. We're not doing this. And then with the vaccine, you needed a vaccine card. Let me see your papers. That's the first thing I'll never forget walking in. Remember we had the fucking little stickers?
Yeah.
I started preparing mentally to fucking just live off the fucking grid. I was ready. I worked at a job where I didn't think my job was going to be in jeopardy. But when they were saying like, well, you can't go to like the movies or concerts, like, all right, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Yeah. I'll fucking throw a picnic in the park. I don't care. Like, I don't like stuff like that. I was like, I'm not, if that's the cost of admission nowadays, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have to be there.
Yeah,
I was mentally getting ready. Luckily, it didn't come to that. But I was like, it's funny too because I already had a trip paid for. I went to Cancun during the whole thing, and it was you had to get the COVID test to get back into the country. Remember that shit? Yeah. So
it was another money grab.
Yeah,
it was like $70 each way. Shit like that.
Wild. So that was the point I wanted to make. Is like you have to take a day of your vacation to go make an appointment at a fucking Costa Rican clinic. To get this fucking test that they just came out with like a week ago. It was a pain in the ass. They swab you, and then you had to wait like 48 hours for this email. So every day we're checking our phones because our flight, I was like, damn, this shit better come in before I go to the fucking airport. I don't know how much of a hard time I'm going to get. But then when I get there, with my shit, I'm like walking around. No one wants to look at it.
Nobody cares.
They didn't care. It was $130 in a fucking day out of my trip. Wasted. I was like, does anyone give a shit about this? No. I was like, you guys are fucking,
No, they were like, they were like, I forgot where we were going. I think we were going to Puerto Rico, and we had to have that test and the make sure you show this.
Yeah.
Nobody asked us.
No one asked. Not a single person.
Nobody asked us for it.
I had a bunch of
Make sure you show this results to whoever.
Yeah.
dive bartenders in New York City. Remember that you had to have the card to go into a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was talking to them like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. They're like, dude, just show me anything.
Yeah.
Like, you could show me a picture of your fucking dick if you fucking want. And I was like, just to make it be like, oh, yeah, go, want to drink? They're like, I don't fucking give a shit about
And
this.
think about that from a business standpoint. Like, if I'm a bar owner, I'm like, yeah, fucking whatever, dude.
Yeah, kid's like 20, he was like 25, 26. He's like, I'm a fucking 25-year-old fucking healthy kid. I don't give a fuck about this cold.
And life is just an at-risk venture on its own. I was like, bro, I was even telling, like, my boss, when we shut down, I was like, man, I'd go the Attilas gym route. I was like, open the fucking doors, bro. People feel comfortable to come in. What the fuck? This is your livelihood.
Yep.
It's like, I mean, as long as you're being compensated, I guess everyone got some bread from those
PPE loans.
Yeah. But it's like, bro, fuck that. If I feel comfortable to walk in there and I'm willing to accept the risk, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are comfortable with doing it, you're a fucking grown person, man. Like, let them make their choice. You're comfortable possibly getting fucking COVID from fucking this guy? Oh, well, okay, cool.
And looking back, too, you hear a lot of people like that when they examine it, it's like the move should have been let the young and healthy go to work and, kind of keep the older generation, the people who are more susceptible to getting fucking sick, keep them, secluded. What's wrong with
Unless they want to be out.
Yeah.
Because it's their right to fucking be out. Be like, if I die from this, I die from this. I don't want to be at home. That's their right.
You think it'll happen again?
I don't think if it does.
I hope not. Listen,
Not the shutdown, a pandemic, like an.
If it happens again, it's got to be something that's really fucking bad in order for it to go that way again.
I think it's the only way that
nobody's
going to
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's the only way you'll get everybody on board.
I'm not going back to a mask and any of that. I'm not
Nope.
doing it. And I'll avoid if something like that does happen, like in there are places that require. I just won't. I won't
Go there.
I won't comply.
I'll cripple your fucking business, and I think most of Americans will. Like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this again. I'm not. But then you got fucking Bill Gates out there engineering mosquitoes and shit. Like, that shit terrifies the fuck out of me. Because if anything's gonna happen like that, you're like, yo, bro, who's letting him do that? Like, why are you guys letting him? Like, that doesn't sound like a fucking horrible idea, does it? To inject people with shit unknowingly?
Bro, he's a piece of shit. He's an amazing piece of shit.
It's wild.
It's just amazing that people can be like that. Like, you get so drunk with money and power.
It's diabolical.
Yeah, it is.
To even think, like, why would you want to
He's a villain. Like, he really is. He's a villain.
Yeah.
In my story, at least.
Yeah.
he's the fucking
it's
villain.
Lex Luthor level shit.
It's weird. It's a fucking weird thing to be.
But they're all that way. Don't you think? Like, all these billionaires
to
are
a certain
all.
degree. I think they get bored, right? They get bored.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Money bores them now.
Something to do.
This bores me.
This bores me. What else can I do? Let's drink kid blood.
Let's hunt human beings.
Let's drink kid blood.
Where's that Jewish space laser you were talking about? Let's go make some weather.
Let's go make some weather.
Let's go make some weather, dude. I mean, think about that shit though. Like, we can't fathom it because we're never. It's a safe bet that we'll never be billionaires. Where we're tired of money. We might do well for ourselves, and but I don't think we'll ever be like tired of it. Well, there's nothing else you can buy or get for yourself. So what else is there? It's power. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's a low key part of Elon's fucking shit. Like, he doesn't really care about money. Like, they say he took $40 million to do commercials, Super Bowl. I didn't see any.
He didn't do it.
No.
It was a rumor.
It was a rumor.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he could have. Like, why not? Let me block out a fucking minute and just put what I found. Because that's what they thought he was going to just post what he found on there or whatever.
And it's wild when you see the stuff that he puts his money and resources in. It's like, dude, he's like, the guy's like, he's making electric vehicles, landing fucking rockets in midair. It's like,
we don't trust that Starlink shit. That's got an undertone.
He just surveillance to one degree or another.
It's got to be. He wants the entire globe, right, to have free Wi-Fi. but it's also a data grab too, because it gives him. I think it gives him license to do whatever he wants. Not that he's like Dr. Evil or anything like that, but you have access to whatever you want.
You're plugged in.
Yes.
Fucking globally.
You know what I'm saying? Now he just partnered with T-Mobile.
Okay.
Right. If you go with Starlink, you don't pay for like 6 months, and it's way cheaper, like Wi-Fi or whatever the fuck.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he just partnered with T-Mobile. That was on Super Bowl yesterday.
I'm about to get that.
Have to get that.
I just
Again,
told
it's
you.
like, take my
I just
number,
told you I
bro.
don't trust Starlink, and he's like, I'm
He's
about
like,
to get
sounds
that.
great.
You want my fart ring camera
Sounds
videos? Yeah. You gotta
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is
I feel
wild,
like
too.
I don't have anything for you to need.
98% of us have our fucking
Nothing to
lives.
offer.
It's like, bro, you want to spy on me?
Yeah, it's not hard.
Come
It's
check
not
it
hard.
out.
Really not that hard,
I'll
bro.
fucking give you tickets to the show. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Whatever. Whatever.
No, I really think that his
You'll be bored to
motivation
tears.
Yeah.
is he said it before, is his son who's trans.
That pissed him off. That definitely.
I think it fucked him up. I think I really truly fucked, because I heard him talking to one time, and he's like he was killed by the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like revenge type of shit. Like, you fucked my kid up with this bullshit ideology. Now I'm coming for you. And I'm
scary,
all
too.
for it.
Scary,
I'm all
too.
for that, man. That's
I
a
guess
fucking.
you're.
I'm all for that. No, because
It's like
fuck that
just
shit. I'm
scary.
sorry. All the woke
He
bullshit.
pissed off the wrong guy with that one because again, he has the resources to make worldwide
Changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, hey man, maybe he's the hero we needed.
I don't
Or
know.
at least I needed. Maybe I needed it.
He's a villain origin.
Stop being such pussies.
He's a villain origin story.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're 2 hours in. You wanna do
God
your fucking
damn.
freestyle, bruh?
You want to get a little fucking?
shit!
You want to get a little
We
whiskey
forgot
for the
we got
web?
a rapper on
Let's
here.
go.
We've been talking shit.
They're like, who gives a
We're talking
fuck
shit.
about what his?
All right, give
views
yourself
on
a
shit
little
are?
intro. What you're trying to do. Give your projects out, and then do your thing.
Man, Whizkey Richard, 2025. We're dropping music. We're having fun. We're keeping it fucking light. We're keeping it lyrical. We're just making things fucking happen, man. Put out shit for the people to enjoy.
What's your at and Instagram? Make sure they
It's
know they spell it with a Z.
Whizkey Richard, WHIZKEY.
I'll put it all in the description too.
Yeah.
Richard at Whizkey Richard. Same handle for the YouTube. Same handle for the TikTok. Follow, like, subscribe, all that shit. Let's grow that page, and let's get this music to the fucking masses.
I do.
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
make-
digging it.
hear
I'm
it.
digging it so
wanna
far.
hear
Like I said, I got a full playlist, everything.
I got a full playlist.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've been listening to it so we can get ready for this, but we know.
Show prep.
Ready?
He did his show prep. Yeah.
Show them up. All right.
With the pouring rain bros, let's go.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Check it. Listen. Now that's the sound of your face getting punched like the bass when it thumps. I got a pistol in my palms and my waist for you chumps. This that fentanyl flow. All you taste is the bumps. Why you think they call me whiskey? I've been wasted for months. And I've been on it, no detox. I can get retarded in the booth or off the beatbox. She said I'm the hardest when I threw it in the G-spot. And I'm the guy the fucking streets watch. Eyes upon the prize, the way I style it when the beat drops. Y'all ain't gotta eavesdrop, I'ma spell it out for you. Hip-hop is my therapy, I'm laying on the couch for you. Smack a fucking mouth or two, cause that is what an alpha do. Y'all are just my sons and right now daddy ain't too proud of you. Might have to ground a few, make a clown of you. Oh, that was your bitch, the one I just fucked in the powder room. Yeah, feel like I'm jumping on grenades and I've been running this brigade the way I gun it from the stage. Listen, man, I'm the hunter, you're the prey, because I spit that type of shit you're too uncomfortable to say. Whiskey. Woo!
Fuck,
We
bro.
do this all day. Yes, yes.
All right, it's your turn, balls.
Bars,
Good.
go get it. Scotty!
Hang on.
Get it.
I'll start doing it in patois. I can't rap for shit.
Yeah.
I can't rap for shit either.
I can rap some other people's shit. That's about
right,
it.
listen.
I can remember
We
anything.
lip sync the words. Let's go. Nah,
We
this
have
is
been
fun.
the Pouring Rain Podcast. I'm Bert.
Scott Balls.
Whiskey Rich.
Definitely have you coming back.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%.
yes. You guys
ASAP.
are awesome, man.
And
Thank
we'll
you
see you
for the
guys next
opportunity.
time. Thank you, man.
Holla.
That was
Ain't stay on decision. Mr. Function, come off it, teach them all a lesson. Me say, when we fire jam and bass, how we mash up the place, how we turn.